Howdy y'all, this is a reissue of the first video I uploaded to the channel. Unfortunately, due to a specific type of threat, that of a legal variety, I've had to butcher and censure a bit of legitimate civilian journalism. I befriended someone who was a regular of mine while I was cashiering at a Dollar General. At some point he came to me and spoke of a situation in which a local restaurant was closing its doors. At first I wanted to step in and do a video on it so people in my area could come out and support its workers with plenty of good tips before the inevitable came about. But things were worse than I had realized, specifically for my new buddy Chris. He had told me he was living behind the restaurant. Now, where I come from, that's usually slang for being on the same road as a business or a specific building. But no, he literally lived behind the thing, right outside behind the building in a camper on the property. In late February, despite having my own job's quite brutal scheduling to deal with, I somehow managed to get a video out in time before Chris had to leave the property. I wanted it to have more than one interview, but Chris was the only person I could see in the time I was allotted. It was up publicly for about 2 days before I received a particularly funny phone call regarding it. I laughed at some of the things that were said to me, and I felt it wouldn't hold up well if taken further. But the person I did manage to interview caved, as he was already dealing with issues involving the state legal system and felt litigation could make things worse for him. That's not quite how he phrased it, but you'd get where I'm going with this. I respected his input and went ahead and made it private. I didn't delete it though. The only means you can still see the original version is through me and me alone. And to be quite honest with you, hopefully this version will suffice enough to where people don't feel they need to see the old one, although there is quite a bit of interesting content in there. The only issue is I can't really let people who live around here see it. Only close friends I have online, and even then people who won't bother those who could, I didn't want to make it private. I felt very proud of the work I had done, and I would have made it less focused on just Chris had I not felt that there was a severe lack of time. There's actually plenty of other footage I'd taken during my last few visits to the restaurant of me ordering different foods and helping out people so they could clock out sooner. I was, at a point in time, before I got a specific phone call, planning to make a follow-up that wasn't just Chris-centric. I actually did want to delve more into the restaurant and a bit of what I knew about it from other workers. I didn't come into it wanting to damage the reputation of the restaurant itself or anything like that. In fact, I wanted to make the first video because I liked the restaurant. I just didn't realize certain things about it. But, the restaurant's closed down now, so there's no real reason to poke a dead horse. However, I do still want to help Chris out. The presentation you're about to see now is basically the bulk of that same video, just heavily edited down. I've scrubbed it of any mentions of specific people's names, and the restaurant itself is only mentioned as the restaurant. The name of the actual business has been removed and censored. If you don't live in Shelton County, you're probably not going to have a clue about what it is. If you are a local, please, 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 do not make a thing about this. Help Chris, but don't make a thing about the restaurant. And Chris went into a lot about his own life, which I didn't expect. I only knew so much about him as we didn't talk much until after the video. So without much more to say, I present to you a censored version of the first of the tapes in my digital closet. Come on in to Heather's Tape Closet. I got a couple things you might like to see. Although I guess admittedly this one is more of a bootleg than anything. A bootleg of something I made. There's a lot you can do about it. You're doing about it right now, ain't you? You can. I believe in you. I'll get that. I'm just taking some video of your cat here. Sweet little thing. Reminds me of a cat I used to have. This is a big cat back here though. Look at him. This is a big old cat. Yeah, look at this one. This cat right here, he's a little weird. He's not like the other cats, is he? Alright, well, I guess we can get started. I have no idea how long this is going to last, so, Hey, everybody! I'm here with a great friend of mine, and we're going to talk about some stuff today. So, I'm going to be interviewing my friend Chris here. So, how would you describe yourself to the world?
I'm chill, I'm laid back, I'm a hard worker.
I can attest to all of these things, by the way. I've hung around you enough, I think. Look at your cat.
Been through a lot, man. But I still keep going every day.
So, my buddy Chris here, you're a manager, right?
Yeah.
Which that surprised me. I thought you was just a cook. I thought that the older women were the managers.
No, I'm the manager of. I'm assistant manager.
Assistant manager.
Yeah.
That's still a manager. It's a type of manager. Yeah.
But I'm the manager of the kitchen. There's two managers.
What should we talk about first? Let's see. So can you describe the situation while I write something here?
Well, I've been working for 5 years now, and it ain't always been a good situation.
Yeah.
It's been rough the whole time.
Is it a full shutdown?
Yeah, we're done after February.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. There are people I'm related to who habitually, or almost ritualistically, come to this place for breakfast. And I've been here before for breakfast, before I met you. You might have been working. I might have seen you when I first came in. I don't know if you were there that morning. People know what this place is if you live in Clanton, you know what people are talking about.
Yeah.
If you live in the Chilton County area.
This is a damn good restaurant.
It's
everybody knows this restaurant.
Yeah. I should have brought a thicker.
You can't really see it.
Yeah, you can. It's fine. I need to bring thicker markers next time. Maybe I can try this one instead. Yeah, kind of here. But yeah.
But anyway, just they have to give you a sheet of paper.
Yes.
From the court office.
Mm-hmm.
Saying you have 30 days to evacuate. Ain't that right? Evacuate the premises?
Yeah, like you leave the premise. Yeah, leave the property. Yeah.
Leave the property. Or they can push it up to a 2-week.
Push it down.
Push it down to a 2 week. Which they have told me I could be out by tomorrow, or I could be out in 2 weeks. They're not giving me a month, which they haven't even showed me a piece of paper.
Nope.
Or nothing saying that I need to, leave the property.
Get the hell out. Basically, yeah. But so a lot of people, and I've already told you about the situation I was in earlier last year. I was kicked out by people who didn't even fucking own the property. I got kicked out by some pieces of white trash who, honestly, even just thinking about them, I get pissed off. But I'm going to center myself, be more calm, try to keep my peace, move on from it, because I'm doing a bit better now. And I got me a new buddy here, so, getting friends is always, that's always great. I'm going to put this up. Do you need something to drink?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna get some water. So, you may or may not be kicked out very soon.
There's a good possibility I gotta be gone by the end of this week.
End of this week?
Good possibility.
Oh, shit. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to stay up and do some editing. Yeah. But, they haven't given you a specific date or anything.
No.
They just, you're getting out of here, bud. And you work here. Are they gonna make you work here as they're kicking you out?
I don't know. Either way, I gotta have a job.
Yeah.
But I've been here 5 years, man.
That's a lot of time. People forget how much a year is. People forget.
5 years I've been at this restaurant. I've gave my all to this restaurant. Blood, sweat, and tears to this restaurant. I've been through everything just to stay here for this restaurant.
And it's not just you though; it's other people too. Every worker is in jeopardy right now.
Yeah, every single worker. They're not even trying to.
Oh yeah.
They just told us we're fine.
Have you spoken with other people about what they might be doing?
Yeah, everybody's trying to find different jobs.
Already?
Already.
So I was told, and I know I'm going to be upsetting. Are we allowed to say names? I guess it's fine. I mean, they're all leaving anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Obviously, I am talking about it, and if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I care about y'all too much to keep my mouth shut. You know, I got a loud mouth, so. And when I see something that's fucked up, I feel like I got to step in and do something about it. And I don't mean to curse. I don't like cursing that much, but there's so much going on in the world right now that upsets me, and I just feel that it's valid at this point, you know. But you know, you ain't got to watch your language. I mean, you can say whatever you want.
We're hoping it's not, but it's happening. 'Cause I've been here for
half of it, yeah. You know, I heard from somebody in town, in Clanton, I heard from them that this place has actually shut down before. Now, obviously, they may be talking about COVID, which, yeah, you should shut down when the
No, we were still open during COVID.
Oh, fuck, man. I'm so sorry, by the way, that's dog shit, but this place...
This entire time I've been here.
Right.
Okay, I lived at my aunt's for 3 years while I was here, right?
Gotcha.
Okay, to help her out, all that good stuff.
Been there, man.
And my biological dad, he was.
You're a sperm donor, right?
Yeah.
Are you cool with Are you cool with him?
I love him, but
You don't see eye to eye on a lot.
Yeah.
I got disowned by the. I have a father I've chosen. You know, he don't live in America, but but he is my dad. I have a dad, but I've had plenty. I've had plenty of dads in my life.
Right.
So yeah. Yeah. You get it.
okay. In order to get a really good story, I'm gonna have to start from the beginning.
Okay, so in the beginning there was nothing, and then suddenly there was a flash of light.
So. When I was born, my mom was addicted to all types of drugs, right?
Right.
And she went into surgery. I came out 4 months, 4 months early. And so I was pregnant. But when I came out, there was a bunch of drugs in my system.
Yeah.
So they had to keep me in an incubator for 6 months. And my mom's always been addicted to drugs. Always. Right now, she's going back to prison because all types of stuff. But when I was a year after that, it was a hard time keeping me alive because, I was constantly sick, shit like that.
Right.
When I got a year old, they told us that I had bone cancer and there's nothing they can do about it.
Right.
I've had a job since I was 5 years old.
What was your first job?
Working in a chicken house.
Chicken house. Like that. You ever watch Napoleon Dynamite? Is it like that when they do the egg test and all that?
Hmm?
You ever seen Napoleon Dynamite? No.
I don't know.
That's a good. You love that movie. It's about a weird kind of outsider guy, but he's like really into like stuff that other
I've heard about Napoleon.
The French guy, the short guy with the temper.
He was French?
Yeah, Napoleon.
I thought he was Italian.
No, he's French. I'm pretty. I don't
know.
I have to. We
don't know.
We can read them down.
He was like mafia or something.
We can open. No, not mafia. Well, maybe. We can open an old history book later, I guess, right?
But
But yeah, you
I've had a job since 5 years old. I had to grow up hard and I had to grow up mean. My granddad, he couldn't really take care of us. My mom was constantly in and out of jail. So, you know, they got custody of us. And my granddad and my nanny, they couldn't really do much. They done what they could.
They did their best. Or do you think maybe they didn't?
They did their best.
Okay.
My granddad, he was abusive.
Oh.
And he was mean, but he loved us. You know, he done what he could for us.
When you say he was abusive, what kind of abuse?
He hit us with his cane. He hit us with anything that he could find. Every time we got in trouble,
or
when he'd get drunk.
My egg donor, she hit me over the head with a PS2 controller once.
But
and I've been hit with co-hangers by people with Alzheimer's. I've been getting into Alzheimer's. I've been smacked around, you know, and I've been I've been beat with a belt so bad so many times that I pissed myself. It's like it's fucked up, but I mean it's true. I mean, how about
I know what you mean.
Yeah, man. It's like people don't understand that like. There's so many better ways to raise a child than that.
You made me fight with my neighbor.
You made the neighbor man crazy.
Go to your room.
What? You say, go to your room? Huh. I say, go to your room. You spank?
No, sir. Don't believe in it.
No, me neither. I think it barbaric.
How about bed without dessert?
Never fail.
And people say, well, they were raised that way. And well, that doesn't make it right, you know? I mean, it's not...
It's the time that we was raised in, man.
People just assume that it's all, you know, peaches and cream down here, down in the South, but it ain't, you know?
But anyway...
Here, you want to write something? So, you lived with your grandparents, you had a job working on the old chicken coop, and you've been working since 5.
But the money that I was making was, you know, helping pay bills, shit like that. But which I was on a disability check. I had disability till the age of 11.
Why did it cut there?
Because when I died, when my granddaddy died, it was, all my stuff was through him. Because he had custody, and I was too young to be getting my check.
Who got your check then?
He did.
Well, after he died.
It did. We did.
It
all got froze because when he died, they signed my name to the death certificate, so I was legally dead for 3 years.
Well, okay, I believe you, I trust you, but let me just, I got a thought here in my head. Why is it when there's 2 people raising a child with a disease, one of them dies, and then it's like, oh, you should give them more money to help them raise those children, but no, it's, oh, we'll take the money away. That's...
Just wait.
Okay.
But anyway, backtracking a little bit, I've had jobs since 5 years old. When I was 6, that's when I found out what drugs were. We found a big old bag of dope in the bathroom where Mama came home from jail.
Where in the bathroom was it?
It was in a tampon box.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not.
But
oh shit! But I'm not. I haven't smoked or anything. I'm sorry. That is so goddamn hilarious. So it's just sitting in a tampon. What was the tampon box open? Was it closed? Why are y'all thinking in tampon box?
I don't really know. What
this
happened?
This is a weird
was,
looking thing.
What happened was, my mom came out the bathroom.
Oh Lord.
And my aunt went in right behind her. She was living with us. It was my mom, my aunt, my nanny, and my granddad.
Yeah.
And my 2 brothers.
Gotcha.
Okay. And my aunt went in behind her. And when she come out, the tampon box fell off the shelf behind the toilet.
Yeah.
And the bag of dope fell out with it. I guess they was both doing it or whatever. But my granddaddy came by. Okay, it was mine and my brother's room, my granddaddy's room, my mom's room,
Yeah.
and the bathroom right here.
Gotcha.
Okay. So
Was
my
it a
granddad-
house or a trailer?
It was a house.
Okay.
So my granddaddy came out his room and seen it laying there. And I came out, and my granddad was making a big old scene, blah, talking about whose fucking dope this is, blah 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 blah, right?
Yeah.
Well, my granddaddy went out and fucking threw it all in the grass,
Oh.
and we got the kid, I was fucking curious,
And you were already born with.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I was thinking, hey, I want to be like, them, they're grown up, I got a job, blah, 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 blah. They was still big old chunks, out there and shit. I started picking up pieces of chunks.
Did you eat it? Did you?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I don't remember how it
I think you do remember. You just want to forget, don't you? Would you use a repository? Did you stick it up the goose shit?
No.
You know they make
I probably ate it because, I wasn't really, too smart at that time. I was just getting into, the stages.
When was the first time you smoked a cigarette?
I was 6, probably.
The first time, this is before I knew I was allergic to tobacco. I found a cigarette on the ground.
I used to go around get my get my mom's cigarette butt.
When I was living, we weren't really living there, but when I used to hang out, my mom used to have this woman she'd go to for dope and shit. And true story, we would build ramps and stuff out of for skateboards and bikes. I got so many stories I could tell you about when we were living over at, I don't know if I should say her name or not. I don't even like saying my mom. I don't even like calling her mom, but yeah, it's still going. Repeat that, please, because I got something I want to say about that.
Every dream I've had,
comes true.
Comes true.
So when you go to sleep and you have a dream, it
sometimes.
Now,
not every dream, because some dreams they're just nonsense.
Yeah.
But if something bad has happened to me in my life, I've had a pre-dream of it.
A premonition.
Yeah.
Right.
And eventually that dream has came true. And think of this. When you wake up from a dream and you still remember it,
yeah, that
wasn't a dream.
You can actually, and this is true,
every dream that makes no sense, you'd never remember.
You can buy a little notebook, right, or just anything to write. If you start waking up and writing down what you dreamed, at first you won't be able to remember much. You can actually, and I'm serious, I've had this happen. If you keep doing that every time you go to sleep and have a dream, you'll start remembering your dreams better.
I don't want to remember my dreams.
Well,
my dreams are bad.
In filth it shall be found. As above, so below. I think you should try to. I don't want to force you or make you think you have to.
You want to sit back down since?
No, it's okay, baby. Shh, okay. Come on. Hey, pal. What? You got something you want to tell people?
But now we're starting out on different subjects.
Yeah, what's reel in then? Yeah, you're right. I thought I was waiting for you to finish smoking before I said anything. Finish your cigarette and all that.
I can say this real quick, then we can get back.
Sure.
To
Yeah.
thing.
What do you gotta say?
Me, I have night terrors.
You have
a lot of night terrors.
Do you ever have good dreams?
Yeah. Sometimes.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna get him in the back here. Go on, Butch.
Go.
Go.
Out. Go. Bed. Butch.
Go on, Butch.
Come on.
Go.
Go on. Get.
Go on, Butch. Yeah.
Get.
Go on, Butch. Thank you. Be good, bud. You can bring your head over here. I'll pat you. You went over your age 6. You found this weed. You had it for the first time.
No, it was meth.
Wait, so the stuff that your granddad threw out was meth? Well, what was
Chunks of it.
Chunks of it. I thought you said it was dope. Oh, does dope mean meth?
Yeah.
I thought dope meant weed.
Back in the old days, it did.
So dope is just whatever the current really nasty drug is.
Weed is medicine, bro. Okay? I don't care what anybody says. Weed is medicine. It's not a drug. But, anyway.
You know what's funny? I went to a psych ward. The school I was at sent me off because I tried to kill myself at 16, and they outed me to my family about stuff about me, my personality, and, like, you know, things I ain't even told you or anybody really. But, like, what happened was I went there, and I had a nurse there. He said, man, this is long before weed was legal. This is right as Trump began try to become president, his campaign. And they were talking about marijuana. They're, oh, you know, what are your stances on marijuana? And they were asking Hillary, they're asking all of them, hey, what do you think about marijuana? And they're like, well, it might be legal in a few years, you know. And the funny thing is, I had a nurse who was watching us every day, you know, just making sure we were okay. He said, I wish marijuana was legal. And we were like, well, why? You're a nurse. Isn't that a drug? He said, it would help all of you. He said, it would help all of you. And now, I have a problem with certain people who get fucking nuts when they smoke marijuana, because I have to deal with their bullshit a lot, and my unfortunately people I know do as well. But I also see it work for other people to kind of, you know, hone them in, make them relax. Like, I got real fucked up, like bad on marijuana, not at other people but at myself, when my cat Sam Bob died. I came home, I didn't touch my computer, I didn't like going in certain rooms in the house. It fucked me up to think about. I would sit on a bed, just take like 2 or 3 edibles, watch some bad movies. I would laugh at the movies, and then I would just fucking cry until I passed out. I wanted to kill myself. I really just wanted to die. But I've gotten so much better since. I miss you, Sammy. Love you every day. Old man, he was an old cat. So they threw out this meth that was in a tampon box. And you said that your moms had just gotten out of prison, right? And she immediately went back. Did they try to get her on any rehabilitation programs or anything?
As I got over, they did. They tried to, you know.
Okay.
But anyway, so I found this meth, right?
Right.
You know, and my granddad threw it out, and
hey, cheers for opening up, man.
And while there was this arguing,
I'm listening.
Yeah. I went out there and was picking up these crumbs and shit, and these rocks and shit, and I was putting them in my pocket, and I found this bag when I went back inside, and I put it in it. So I took it to school and I started selling it. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
So you just automatically, instinctively,
I knew,
like a baby knowing it has to suck on titties.
You know how kids are when they start growing up, they start getting nosy, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, we overhear all the arguments or conversations in the house. So
God Almighty, I got some stuff.
I heard everything.
Yeah.
And this wasn't really a big house. I mean, the walls was thin. You could hear everything.
Oh man.
And I remember the conversation shit, hearing my mom talk. And hearing my granddad bitch about her doing this, doing that, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And
name's Bennett, and sometimes I'm still in it for some fucking reason.
So, you know, I somewhat knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And it was like instant.
Right.
I don't know.
Like, hey, this has value to it.
But
yeah.
So I started selling that shit. And I made like $300 fucking bucks.
Wow. What year was this? Just 2000...
06.
06? Really? Damn, bro. Oof.
I was 6-year-old.
That is...
And then right after that, I started being like, oh, you know, I can do this. And I wanted to be like Mom. I wanted to be like my granddad. It's so fucking bad. Like my granddaddy.
Well, your mother was for it, but your granddad was against it. So how could you be both of them?
Huh?
Your granddaddy threw it out and was mad, but your mom brought it in. You can't be like both of them if they're not like one another.
Well, see, you know how every kid is. When
you look up to everybody.
When you don't grow up without a dad.
Yeah.
See, my dad was never there. He left. He literally left 2 months after I was born.
Ooh, shit, dog. Oh,
2
man.
fucking months, bro. He didn't even wait a year.
He skeeted and yeeted, huh? He fucking just ding-dong bitch, man. That fucking sucks. Man, what a terrible person.
But anyway, we'll get into that conversation later about him coming back into my life.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, you did tell me.
He left not even fucking 2 months after I was born. But,
I'm listening.
Anyway, so, and my granddaddy smoked. He smoked like, he bought cartons of cigarettes like I do.
Yeah.
And, he smoked 3 cartons a day.
Woo! And that, back then we were going through a pretty heavy recession with the housing market, too. That was probably affecting the economy. Just drawing a little pot leaf there for you. Real quick. How's that look? It looks like garbage, probably.
We got pot leaf on the plate. It's half-assed.
Yeah, well, this one's got kind of that fur to it, you know.
Anyway. So, I wanted to be like my granddaddy.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like Mama in the hustling game. Because I already knew what the fuck I was doing because of overhearing and all that shit. You know?
He was taking notes when the teacher was talking and she didn't even know. She didn't know she was lecturing. Yeah.
Right, and me knowing that she was out of jail because they wouldn't lie to us about what she went to jail with. You know, they'd be like, "Your mom went to jail with drugs again."
Why do you think that our the generation right above us who gave birth to us, why do you think they think that we don't listen to shit as kids? Because like my sperm donor, he once one morning, and I wasn't even paying attention, right? I was playing video games downstairs when he had a 2-story house with his girlfriend at that time. He was upstairs fucking her, right? I know it now. I mean, I know what it is now. I've done it myself. I'm better than him at sex. I know this. He got mad. He came downstairs, got pissed off, like, you know what we're doing up there. And I was like, what are you getting mad about? And he started fucking grabbing me and started, I'm like, I didn't say that. I was literally watching, like, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and this drunk-ass fucking dumb Hicks coming downstairs to whoop me because he's upstairs having sex. And the other kids... I had these other kids, you know, her kids, and I'm sure they're fine people now, but they used to try and get me in trouble for fun, I guess, or something. And I'm like, I'm just trying to play video game. I'm playing Metal Gear. I'm over here fucking trying to, I couldn't play, I'll talk about that story another time. But, yeah.
That was a good game. Metal Gear.
You like Metal Gear?
Yeah.
Yes! Which one do you remember the most?
I think
On the PlayStation 1? Ooh, I got that if you want to play it sometime. I'll let you come over and play it.
What all do you got? Well, we'll get
we'll worry about that another. Video games fucking rock, by the way.
I used to think so.
Well, I mean, some games suck now. Why do you think video games aren't as cool?
We'll get into that later.
We'll get into that later. Hey, maybe we can do another video sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be like them, right?
Yeah.
So I started picking up cigarettes that they was smoking. You know, they go outside to smoke on the porch to flick their cigarettes, and it was like a half fucking cigarette. And my granddad, he smoked so damn much, he didn't give a fuck.
Earlier when I mentioned it, the first time I tried to smoke a cigarette, again, I can't have them, but I put it in backwards, and the older kid was like, "You fucking doing it wrong, boy." And like, watch this, and he took it, and he lit it, but it barely had any. That's all. That's the end of the thing I wanted to tell you earlier.
I'm unlocking memories.
You unlocking them?
But anyway,
Yeah, take your time.
I started stealing cigarettes and shit.
Right. Like one at a time, or?
Eventually, I was stealing a whole pack from my granddad.
Did he notice?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Where his cigarettes
What did he
went.
do when he caught you? If he did.
Oh, he busted my ass. I was lighting up the whole fucking bedroom one night. I was smoking cigarettes after cigarettes after cigarettes after cigarettes.
Did he do that thing where he makes you smoke the whole carton to teach you a lesson?
No, my stepdad did eventually.
Oh, man, that's brutal.
And he made me smoke like daggone 6 cartons of cigarettes, bro. And I thought I had.
Don't they? That doesn't like teach you not to smoke.
You know what I did? It gave me tobacco poisoning, right?
Yeah.
They took me to the hospital. They told them what happened. You know, they got in trouble because they could fucking kill me. Blah, blah.
Yeah, that's incredibly illegal and for a reason.
After I got out, I said, "Can I have a cigarette?"
God, it's addictive. They're punishing
They
you.
thought they was gonna break me. I said, "Bitch, you ain't breaking me." I said, "I'm gonna do what I want to do." I thought I was grown. I was stupid. But anyway.
I still think I'm grown. I'm still stupid. Well, me. I'm talking about me.
And I started hanging out with the wrong crowd by the age of 7. I was already smoking cigarettes and dipping and hustling. I got in with other kids that knew they kids was doing, you know, they mama was doing drugs, whatever. And, you know, mom's friends, they was coming over. So I was fucking pickpocketing everybody's goddamn purse, everybody's pocket. You know, just finding whatever. Like, this shit just hit naturally to me. I don't know why. And then my Nene died when I was 7.
Oh.
That hit hard. By the age of 8, I've been in trouble at school. I've got caught with shit at school.
Who did you live with after she passed?
My granddaddy, he didn't pass till 11.
Okay. I think I got him. I might have got him switched. I'm sorry.
And I started going down a bad path. I started out fucking stupid. But I was still working. I was, you know, having fun at school and shit. I wasn't paying attention, nothing like that. I was more focused about, hey, what can I fucking do now?
Yeah.
But.
Well, were you worried about making money?
Yeah.
Did you understand why money was important to you? Why was money important to you?
Because I was helping my granddad out.
You're helping your granddad. Now,
my badass aunt, she wouldn't get up and do nothing. All she wanted to do was eat and, you know, do drugs. She was doing them too. I found that out when I went in a room one day and there was pot plants growing in her fucking bedroom. Her husband was growing, but she was doing meth. He was smoking weed. But anyway, they was all.
Do you need me to censor any of that language, or you just want to let it go? Just let it out there. Because you did call her a fat ass. I mean, you can say I don't mind.
I love my family. They always family. All you got in this world is family. But just be real with it.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I have a different view, obviously, but I can see that you find something most people find inherently important, and I'm glad that you have that strength to carry it. But I like that you also call it as it is with them, though. Now, I got in some fucking trouble for that, right?
I call it how it is with anybody, bro.
I try to, but it's like everybody wants to play these little fucking games all the time. I'm like,
bro, we are too old for games.
Well,
we ain't kids no more.
I mean, obviously I like I like games. I don't like people games. I don't like these fucking
playing games with each other.
Yeah, like this.
We too old for fucking games. But anyway, we'll get into why I started to feel the way I feel about everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And by the age of 10, I done hit puberty.
Yeah. I was.
That was a fun age. Okay.
What was okay? Do you want me to give you a number for the first time I?
No, we don't want to talk about that.
Well, that's what puberty is, ain't it?
No, we don't talk about that.
You brought up puberty, man. I'm just telling you. I got you beat by a few years, by the way. Now, not puberty, but that little curiosity, you know.
But
Whew.
man, it was rough for a couple years, though. It was rough.
Oh, now it's getting rough. The first part.
The first year was fucking terrible.
Oh man.
But anyway, this was an exciting year for me. Okay, I remember it like it was yesterday.
I remember some of my first little, yeah.
Bro, my granddaddy went out to a bar or something. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But we had to get a babysitter. My aunt was gone.
Oh no.
And my mom was in jail.
Oh.
My babysitter was 15. She's done been through puberty. And
you want me to like cut this, or I can put a warning up for people like, hey, this part gets a little rough. But I mean, granted, we've already talked about like abuse and cancer. I'm probably gonna have to put like a.
Oh, I didn't ever talk about cancer. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. You said you had a bone.
Yeah,
cancer.
I forgot.
You were born.
Did I say that in the video?
You've told me. So you were born with bone cancer.
Yeah.
You had other things too, and you were addicted as well.
Yeah, I think. I said that.
You know what's crazy? I don't know if this has been confirmed. Really, I was born a month earlier than I was supposed to, right? And the thing is, when I was late preteen, about to become a teen, one of my friends told me, "Hey, your mom said that she did cocaine when you were like in her. Are you okay?" I was like, well, that probably explains a lot. But I'm not. I don't know. I've never done cocaine, not yet. I don't know if I would. You know, I have heart problems, so I think like a stimulant would probably fuck my shit up. But I'm not. To me, I'd rather have something that expands my mind, not something that makes me go, you know. You brought it up, man. I didn't know we were going that route. I was just thought, you know, I thought we were getting to, you know, working here at a little store or a restaurant. It's all connected somehow.
Yeah.
You gotta lineage.
They gotta know exactly what I've been. Like you said, you can cut shit out. If you don't want.
No, I mean I'll use.
Later,
I just want to know if you're okay with it.
Bro, I'm okay with just opening up. That's
okay.
What my therapist has told me to do, is open up.
I like that you're opening up. I worry because, you know,
I've been through a lot.
You don't want to be. I mean, I want you to be open with me, absolutely. I just don't want you, because you got to remember though, I am going to be putting this out publicly.
I give a fuck?
Probably not. I don't. Honestly, these days I don't fucking
like
care.
what can they do besides censor shit?
And people can just download the video and keep a copy. Like, you know, cassette tapes, you used to put them in and record stuff off the TV. You can do that with your computers, your phones, your cameras, anything. You can make backups, like we used to back in the old days. Back when I was a little kid, I used to play
So this gonna be on YouTube?
Yeah. Have you watched YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, what do you usually watch stuff on?
I watch YouTube every now and then, but I listen to music on YouTube.
I listen to music. I watch video. I do, but getting off track.
Okay.
So let me ask you, and I don't mean to. I'm not trying to be gross here, but like, did you go for her? Or did she go for you?
I went for her.
So you went for her.
Yes.
And she was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, like this is the insane part, bro. This shit is fucking crazy. I was pre-puberty, you know, going right into that shit. I mean, I went into that shit hard.
Right.
It fucking hit. I mean, it hit like a sack of rocks. I was 11-year-old with a fucking beard. I got pictures, bro. I swear, I'm growing a beard.
I believe you. I've seen people get gray hair at like fucking 9.
But
like, it's, you know, hey, we're not perfect little machines.
Anyway,
but she really was just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, she went in to the bathroom to go take a shower. You know, she was going to be there for a while, so she wanted to fucking shower.
Yeah.
And, you know, they always allowed her to if she had to pull an,
all-nighter?
You know, almost all-nighter or something.
Yeah.
That they would pay her extra. She could eat whatever she wanted, you know. do whatever. Just made sure that we was fine.
Taken care of, yeah.
You know.
Maybe not that taken care of, but
Right.
yeah. It's like,
well, like I said, she was 15. So, you know, that's really not a 5-year age difference.
that's okay.
You know, I mean, we were still...
Now at your age, that's fine, obviously, but dude, you just hit puberty. She's been in puberty for a while. You're clearly not. And she's had 5 years.
Yeah,
over
but
you.
I done started watching porn and shit.
Well, think about this though. You have had. Okay, so you lived through 5 years, right? You know what can happen in like a year. She has had 5 years more experience.
She's done matured more than me.
She was more mature than you. She should have said, I get it, you think I'm cute, but no, you're...
Right, well, she couldn't help it. I don't know.
Was she like a nympho, or was she a pedophile? Was she into younger?
I don't know. I don't know if it was just because she
like
liked
physically...
me. You know, she
so
knew
besides
me,
the,
she ain't been, you know, she ain't
but,
had sex before, I don't fucking know.
Question, so besides the beard, right, you were still, was she taller than you? Was she...
A little bit, yeah.
How tall were you when you were 10?
I quit growing in 6th grade.
Okay.
That's because of drugs.
So you think the drugs might have kicked up your growth somehow?
Yeah, my bone cancer.
Oh, yeah?
I've been 5'5" ever since 6th grade.
Ooh. I'm sorry, man. And so the bone cancer, I don't think it would accelerate your growth, would it? Why would it do? I mean, I guess if it's...
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, cancer
like
doesn't grow. I don't.
You know,
I'm not
tobacco will, drugs will.
Really? I didn't know tobacco made you grow.
It will stunt your growth. If you're not fully
Well,
mature,
stunt. Well, I thought stunt made it prevent you from growing.
it stops you from growing.
All right, but so then why were you? I think I might be a little brain tied here.
Okay.
But let's get back on. Yeah.
Okay. She was in the bathroom, taking a shower.
All right.
Door was unlocked. I came in naked with a big old hard on.
Wow, premeditated. What?
I thought this shit through for about like 10 fucking minutes. 10, 15 minutes.
All it took was 10 minutes.
I thought this shit through.
Dude, some dudes spend like months planning out the perfect fantasy in their head. And that's when it's like even
This
regular
would.
shit. No, that's not. I mean, like, so I was horny at a young age too. But
bro,
like, that's.
when it hit, bro, every time I went to school, I wanted to rub up against the desk and shit. I swear
Do
to
you
God,
think that
like, it
now,
hit hard.
Question. I have a serious question for you. And I need you to really, you can think on this if you will. Do you think that if you hadn't gotten on drugs, you might not have been in that sort of state so soon, so immediately?
Probably.
So you think if you were a little clear, you might not have started going for stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she was in there taking a bath.
Right.
I busted open, with a big old hard on. She was getting out of the fucking shower, starting to dry off. And, she went crazy for a minute. She was like, blah, 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 I'm gonna tell y'all fucking, blah, 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 all kinds of shit.
Mm.
She was going crazy for a minute. Then she stood there and thought about it.
Oh.
That's the first thing you don't do, stand there and think.
Don't consider it.
She should have said no.
Yes, she should have said, hey, I'm gonna...
But she couldn't help.
Well, here's the thing, and she doesn't have, because was this when your granddad was still there, or he would have beat your ass?
This was that 10
He would have beat your ass, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, what she could have done, and I'm not, I shouldn't judge so easily, but it's like, she should have said, no, I'm not going to tell your family, if she knew they might hurt you, but she could have been like, all right, listen, I understand you're having these feelings, but no, get out of here. I ain't gonna. Now, if you do it again, I'm gonna tell your pop.
She went crazy for a minute, so I went back to my room.
Right.
I thought I was about to get in fucking
You
trouble.
thought about your ass whooped.
But she stood there and thought about it. And she came to my room, and she was like, come here for me. Come here.
Mm-mm.
I was like, okay.
Mm-mm.
And she took me to the other bedroom and sat me down.
You ain't got to describe what she did.
Oh, I'm not.
But, yeah.
And it just fucking happened.
Oh. I mean, I'm kind of laughing because you're laughing, right? But, like, at the same time, it's like that.
I loved it. But then so I really thought I was fucking, you know, I really thought I was something.
I mean, yeah, you thought, well, I've already matured. I've had drugs, I've made a business, I've gone to school, I got some learning, now I got me a woman I'm going down on. It's like,
I
but
started
you're only,
out
only 10.
from a premium. What started me going into the process was fucking Pediasure.
Pediasure?
Pediasure kicked my shit up.
What did it do to you?
It made it made me
Shoot
spike.
up, yeah. Okay.
You know, it started everything fucking in the process. Made me, you know, like, I started out from an E.T. looking ass kid. An E.T. looking ass kid. I was so small. My head was right here. My feet was right here in my mama's hand.
Oh, man.
That's how small I was. Getting older, it was hard for me to
Grow.
grow.
Yeah.
My body was outgrowing my bones. And then my bones outgrowing my body. So I started looking like a fucking alien.
Did you? I'm not meaning, did your head outgrow your ass?
Basically.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a, yeah.
it was all kinds of fucked up shit, so they got me on Pediasure.
Okay.
That's what the doctor prescribed.
Yeah.
Pediasure. I loved that shit. I drink that all day long. All day long. How bad I did. But then it caused me to fucking, you know, start growing. My brain was developing more. My
I get you, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the word that I'm trying to say.
You're sort of, you had this kind of unraveling of your, I guess if you're talking about your reproductive,
It
thinking.
made my hormones and shit spike.
Yeah, yeah.
I started getting big. My body wasn't growing right, but, you know, I was getting big. And it made me spike up.
So the Pediasure,
The Pediasure
the Pediasure made sure that your PD got bigger. That's, I mean, I guess that's
It
possible.
made me stronger.
Stronger, okay. In general, not just your, you know.
Not just everything,
But yeah.
but it made me stronger.
So you kind of had like it seems like you had like you experienced a growth spurt and a growth lapse kind of simultaneously.
Because of doing drugs
Yeah.
and the bone cancer, my body didn't want to grow. It wanted to spike up. You know, my muscles started getting bigger, shit like that, but my bones wouldn't grow. And they started getting weaker. That's when I started getting stronger. I was battling with this. I've been battling with this shit my entire life.
Right, right.
Some days are good, some days are bad. Some days are really bad, some days are really good. You know? I've had 12 surgeries in my lifetime. 12.
I've only had
Knee surgery.
do you
everything.
count dentist as surgery? I probably had about 3. There was one, it wasn't a surgery. I had a crack under my eye when I was 7. It almost killed me because of infection and it was swelling up, and they were worried it was going to get in my brain, so they'd send me up to Birmingham. And me and a buddy were playing at his trailer. He lived in a trailer, and he had this slab of concrete out on the back, the backside. And I fell over, I tripped on something, landed, and it hit, and I was like, oh, I'm fine, nothing hurts. And the next thing we knew, my eye was just swollen up with like pus and stuff constantly, like crust. And I took me to the doctor, and they said, yeah, if you don't we got to put you on antibiotics, because if that infection is getting near your brain, if that goes in your brain, I'm dead. So, which I was watching. I'll give some credit there were a lot of rules I had to follow, different types of rules between my two sections of my family. I always consider my family whole, even though they hate each other. But, like, it's like I had to play by these games, but suddenly those rules, those games I had to play in order to keep from getting my ass whooped, suddenly they kind of vanished when they started to realize, oh, our kid could die. So I had them saying, oh, you want to play M-rated video games? We'll go buy you whatever you want. They brought me a PS2, and one of my doctors is a guy named Steve, this bald guy. He's a children's doctor. He's all kind of like excited. He said, what's going on in here? It sounds like a war zone. My sperm donor had bought me, I didn't ask him, he bought me a SOCOM Navy SEALs 3, and we hooked it up on the hospital TV. So you got a little 7-year-old, I got just sitting here. You know, and this is a few years after 9/11, so people still like worried about hearing shit.
You know, just laugh. I would say, yeah, I would recommend it. Maybe leave before the last 10 minutes, because it is a sketch film, so obviously there's lots of different little scenarios throughout the movie, and I thought it was a really odd note to end the movie on just 10 minutes of news footage of 9/11.
But they come like, what are you doing in here? I'm sitting there and I'm over here like, I'm shooting some terrorists on the TV. I wasn't thinking, I was a little kid. I didn't think about, I think that game was set in Iraq, I think. I don't remember. It was a Middle Eastern game at the start. But, I have so many stories I could tell about when I was little too. But, yeah, like, it's surgeries. I've had a couple. Not as many as 12, though.
I had 2, I had 4 when I was little. I think like 1 or 2. At the age of 1 or 2.
Yeah.
They had to do a bunch of shit because my stuff wasn't doing right, and I was getting weak. And then I had 1 when I was 6, 1 when I was 8.
You need a moment to be thinking? I'll let you.
Yeah, a bunch of shit I blocked away. Because after my granddaddy died,
Right.
I'll kick up the process. They put me down on the birth certificate because everything was through him. All my disability, my checks, everything.
Was it death certificate?
Yeah, put me on his death certificate because all my shit was through him, right? It don't make no fucking sense. I don't understand it.
Yeah, if a family member dies, that doesn't mean that. I mean, you experience a type of death, but you're not dead.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, that's.
But for 3 years.
Whose decision was that? Do you know? Whose decision was it to put you on that death certificate?
This was fucked up.
Right.
They called my aunt, getting a hold, trying to do all the information and shit. Supposedly, she told them it was me that died.
And they just didn't investigate that.
I don't fucking know. And they put me down on the death certificate. There's paperwork somewhere. I don't know if I have it or my aunt has it or my mom has it. I don't fucking know. It's all been scattered somewhere. But it shows that I was legally dead for 3 years.
And when
I didn't have to go to school or nothing. I mean, I had to, or my mom would go to fucking jail. But
technically,
I didn't have to do shit.
Technically, the government, as far as the government or the state government or anybody was concerned, you were just dead.
But I lost everything.
What was it like being dead?
Interesting. Fucking difficult.
What happened after you died? Did you see anything?
Yeah, a lot of fucking courtrooms and shit.
Oh, well, damn, man. I don't want to die. I don't want to go to no fucking courtroom. Damn.
But
oh man.
We battled for it for a while, and we finally got it straight. Where
I'm listening.
I was alive, but they wouldn't give me my disability and shit back. They said that I would have to pay all the stuff that my granddaddy did not pay.
Wait, you were, what, 11? 12?
that we would have to pay everything to get my stuff.
Did they say you have to pay?
Yeah, that we would have to pay.
We means
You
your
know,
family,
yeah.
right? Okay, so not specifically just
Man,
you.
I'm 11-year-old. Fuck that.
Yeah, no.
But they said it was gonna cost $2,800 to get my goddamn disability back.
Why?
But find out that's illegal. I need that to survive.
You were a kid with bone cancer.
That's what I'm saying.
You were born early.
But anyway.
And you were addicted because you were born addicted to things because of your.
So.
Why would they do that to you? Who the fuck is running our state?
Or was.
I don't fucking know.
Obama was president at that time, wasn't he?
What year was it?
11?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Obama. Anyway.
You think he did it? You don't know who you are. If you told him, he probably said, I'm sorry, you know.
So, since we couldn't get it back, we wasn't going to pay that. I wasn't going to pay that. Fuck no. I started real.
You don't have the.
We lost the house and everything.
Right.
Granddaddy left us that house. Granddaddy left us the land. Granddaddy left us all of his money. Supposedly, him and Nanny left us $28,000 apiece. But guess what? Everything got froze when he died.
Right.
Everything. We lost everything.
Yeah, I'm in a similar situation with my folks.
So, when my mom got out of jail, she met this dude in 07. Named James McElroy. Best dad I ever had.
Really?
Still my fucking dad. Still to this day. He may not be my sperm donor, but he's my fucking father.
There you go, man.
If it wasn't for him,
Hey. Yeah,
if
find
it
the real
wasn't for him,
ones.
I wouldn't fucking done anything in my life. Okay? But anyway. We'll talk about him later.
How much you want to talk about tonight?
I don't know.
I came here to talk about your job, but hey, you got a lot of work you was doing before then, though. So hopefully
It's 8:25.
That's fine. I don't give a shit. I'll be here as long as you need me, man. I got you.
I mean, you gotta fucking know who I am anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Job can work its way, but now you're talking about trying to make me money off of a video.
Well,
so they gotta understand.
They gotta know who you are. Yeah, I don't want to. I guess they would also rather know more about you, and I appreciate your honesty. I don't think anything poorly of you. I mean, you made some bad decisions, but I mean, you were a kid.
Young and dumb.
Young and dumb and surrounded by addicts. Yeah, I've been there, you know. It's same boat, you know. It's same boat, different wood, I guess.
レイン、ずいぶん慣れてきたようだね。ワイヤードとの付き合い。
うん。
一つだけ忠告しておこう。
え？
ワイヤードはあくまでも情報を伝達し、コミュニケーションするための空間、リアルワールドと混同してはいけない。忠告の意味、わかるかな？
違うよ。そんなに教会ってきちんとしてないみたいだ。ボスに中に入れるんだよ。レンジ、ルモーション、ダッシュ、メタバライズ。心配しないで。
But after he died, we couldn't get none of our stuff back. When my mom got out of jail, she moved us in with this woman.
So your mom went to jail and you moved in with another woman. Was your mom with you, or?
Yeah, after she got out of jail.
Okay.
So it was me, that woman, my two brothers, my stepdad, and my mom. Which mom, she was constantly in that. But
yeah.
So he was trying his best, fucking right, doing everything he can. He was a good dad. He was tough, but he just wanted what was best.
Did he do the same things that your granddad did?
He whipped me with a fucking paddle. Besides that, no, he didn't.
Would you say, in terms of like which one you think your granddad was more intense?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
big time. But I loved him either way. When my granddad died, it fucking killed me. It sent me insane.
There's you know, would you consider him a toxic person?
No, I love my granddad.
Well, I mean, you can love someone who's not great, though. I mean, but
He was just tough, man.
do you think that was justified to hit you? I don't. I mean, I'm not judging anybody.
I mean, probably not, but you know, it is what it is.
I mean, it's in the past now, but I think that, you know, that it wasn't fair on you. I don't think you should have done that at all.
But when he died, it fucking killed me.
Oh yeah.
But anyway.
So you moved in, and this man, you bought this, you know, you're
So we was living over at this woman's house,
right.
and Mom was constantly out in jail. But my dad, he was doing his best. It just wasn't. I was young and dumb, and I didn't want to fucking
Young, dumb, and full of. Isn't that the old Eminem song?
I started experimenting, you know, with different things.
Yeah.
And different women and.
Yeah. Were they at your age at those times?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just doing what young dumbasses do. I'd always be getting in trouble. There was this cop named.
Oh Lord, heard that name before.
He's DEA now. I think so. But he's cool.
Department of Eating Ass.
He was the coolest cop ever. He was friends with family, you know, friend of everybody.
Yeah,
everybody in fucking Pisgah or Rosalie.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're from Pisgah.
Or Scottsboro knew who this man was.
Oh shit, I ain't been near Scottsboro and fucking. You're making dust come out of my brain right now. I ain't heard that name. I ain't been in that name in so long, man.
Everybody knew who he was. Every time I get in trouble.
You ever been near Pleasant Grove? Been there. I went down near Mobile a few times too, just to, you know, back when my family could afford a car to rent.
Mobile's that way. Scottsboro.
No, I thought
Scottsboro, Alabama.
No, I know. I thought Mobile was.
Scottsboro.
I can't look. Look. Right now we're not in Alabama. Right now we're in the zone. You know.
But anyway, I started experimenting.
Yeah.
You know,
Doodle.
hanging out with different folks, different strokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I started experimenting shit. Well, I got involved in some really deep shit.
Well, okay. Let's.
I can't speak about this on camera.
Okay. So.
But that cop, every time I get in trouble, he fucking put me in the cop car, take me home.
Yeah.
Worst thing is, I hate it. I'd rather him take me to fucking jail, because then I was going home to a fucking ass whoop.
Well, if you go to jail, you're still gonna get an ass whooping at some point, right? They're gonna find you. Your family's gonna still. So the point is, you're wanting to avoid the ass whooping at all times. You wanted to avoid getting hit so hard that you go to jail.
I'd rather went to jail than got an ass whooping at that point. Because, see that? That's the answer. That's what,
No fucking way. Your family has one too?
That's what my stepdad would beat her ass with.
Both of my fucking families had these fucking things.
It got passed.
Fuck these things.
It got passed on to me. But
You know what ours was called? The Board of Education. You know what it taught me? Not fucking shit.
mine's called the answer.
Answer to what? What's the fucking question?
Answer.
What's the question look
The
like?
answer to the fucking problem.
You don't answer a problem, you solve a problem.
One
And
swipe.
that ain't a solution.
One swipe of that put me down on my knees,
Oh, God.
crying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He hit me hard, bro.
What, he did like a what, he spit the gum out like a baseball? Boom! Why? What does that do?
it hurt.
Let me ask you, did it stop you from doing this shit again? It doesn't fucking work! It doesn't goddamn work, you fucking idiot. I'm sorry, it's just,
But anyway,
God dog, man.
Anyway,
Man, fuck abusers. This is fucking...
fast forward a couple years. Oh, this is the highlight of my life.
Highlight
As
your
a
life?
12-year-old, I fell in love with a girl.
You fell in love with a girl?
Yeah, named Terry Albrecht.
How old was she?
Probably 13.
So only a year older? Okay.
No, I think she was 11.
She was younger. You don't remember.
Anyway.
You got some lapses. Hey, it's okay to have some lapses in memory.
While I was going through my little fucked up stages out on the street.
Oh, were you homeless?
No.
Okay. Oh, you were just doing stuff out on the street. Okay.
I was going to church with this girl. I loved her.
Well, what denomination were y'all?
Baptist.
Y'all were Baptist?
I'm Baptist.
Okay.
I fell deeply for this girl.
Are you still Baptist?
Yeah.
Do you read the Bible?
No.
Have you ever read the Bible? How much of it?
While I was in juvie, I read the entire Bible from front to back.
What do you think about it?
Interesting.
Now you
Too
told
much.
me too much, too interesting. Now you told me, but you have a problem reading though. Did somebody help you kind of go through?
You know, they make these computers that read to you.
Yeah. So they had that in juvie. So so like an audio thing. Yeah. They actually had the old '80s Game Boy. I think I got one somewhere. They actually had a Bible made for the Game Boy you could read. Now it doesn't read it to you, I don't think. But that's okay. So
anyway, I went to church with this girl for years. We went to the baseball game, went and seen Christmas lights and all kinds of shit, bro.
Right.
Well, I done everything with her.
So did you like her as someone you were actually like interested in, or
Yeah,
was it just sex?
There was no sex.
No sex.
No sex.
Okay, damn. Well, that's interesting. So.
And I was just in love with her. Like, I didn't want sex.
Too pure.
Like, this was the first love of my life.
Yeah.
Got a young fucking age at the wrong fucking time.
Yeah.
It lasted about 3-4 years.
Oh, that's...
Last child was 15.
Longest I had for my first few, I think the most I had was like a couple months.
And by then, I was already going through my really tough stages.
Toughing it out or being tough towards others?
Got sent to juvie for a while.
Well, I guess you can't talk about it.
Well, juvie ain't what I can't talk about. It's the deep shit that I got in.
Is the reason you went to juvie you can't talk about. Yeah, that's fine.
Then I got out when I went in when I was 15. At the end of 15, I got out in the middle of 16, close to 17. And I already had this homeboy that I grew up with. He taught me everything. Everything.
Can you give me a name for him? Not, you can give him a nickname.
Alex Christopher Davis. It's fucked up, but Alex Christopher Davis, best friend that I ever had.
He died?
Yeah, he got killed. By the police.
The police killed him?
Yeah.
Why? Was he having a standoff?
Man, these people shot him up. Bad dope.
Okay.
Sent him over to this dude's house. And he went to go kill him, you know, beat the fuck out of him, all kind of shit.
So wait, he went to go kill him.
Yeah, because he was spun out. You know, by the end the dope done crystallized his veins. This happened in 2017.
Okay.
He died. Oh wait. I mean, he was born 08, 31, 98. He died 07, 02, 07.
He was born in
17.
1998.
Yeah,
He's as old as me then.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. He's dead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
But anyway, this happened 2017.
Gotcha.
It happened 2 days before my birthday. I mean, 3 days before my birthday. On the 7th, he got buried on my birthday on the 11th.
Oh, fuck.
February 11th. It's my
So
birthday.
did he get shot by the cops?
Yeah.
Did he kill the other guy?
Twice in the chest, once in the head. No.
They didn't taser him?
No.
Why didn't they taser him?
Fuck if I know, but the cop that killed him went missing.
I have a question. Why don't police use tranq darts? Knock him out.
Well, see, he was already spun, you know, gone anyway. Ain't nothing was gonna help. He was gonna die that night.
No, he was going to overdose.
Yeah, he was gonna die.
He was going to die. And he just thought, fuck it, I'm going to die. I'm going to go. Fuck
No,
this.
he wasn't himself.
He was something.
He wasn't feeling it.
What did he become? What would you describe what he was then? Just lost soul or something, or just gone?
He was gone.
He's gone. But what was in his place that killed another guy?
He didn't kill another guy.
He didn't kill that guy?
I just said that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, he didn't kill him.
He wanted to.
He almost did.
Why did he? You know,
But,
sorry.
But shit happened.
Yeah.
And, you know, I watched him die and shit. Get killed.
So you were there? Oh. Oh no.
But, after all this, met my old lady. My ex-old lady.
Your ex-old lady?
Yeah.
The girl you were in love with?
No, different one.
Different one?
This is the second one that I'm talking about now. After my best friend died, I met this one girl.
Right.
And I gave her everything. Rebuilt her house, paid her mom's bills,
Yeah.
bought her trailer, everything. I got sober for this girl. I got clean for this girl. After my best friend died, I got really bad. I got really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really,
Yeah,
really bad.
you just delved into the darkness. Yeah.
And I went through a bunch of shit, and then I met this girl. I fell, and I fell hard.
You fell hard?
Hard.
Fell hard.
Like a baby back bitch.
Like a baby bat?
Like a baby back bitch.
A baby back bitch.
I fell hard.
I don't know what that means, but
Yeah.
I trust you on that one.
Like a bitch. I
Like you felt like a bitch. Okay, yeah. That's what you baby back ribs.
You ever seen Austin Powers?
Yeah, I have those.
Baby back rib. Like a baby back bitch. Anyway.
Hold on one second. Do trains make you horny, baby? That's a joke from a.
Nice.
That's a.
Anyway.
I stole that from
Anyway.
a podcast that I like. It's not even. I don't think it's around anymore. Well, there's a new version of
But,
it. Yeah.
So after him dying, I met this girl, gave her everything and anything. She got me spun back out.
So she got you back on drugs?
After I done gave her everything, after I basically stopped going to school just to hustle and work more, just to give her everything and anything.
Yeah.
Give her family. I was paying everything. And I got her pregnant.
You got her pregnant?
I got her pregnant. After I got her pregnant, then I got diagnosed with testicle cancer.
So how did you find out you had testicle cancer? Were you having problems?
Me and my friend Wayne, I think Lance, you know, a dude named Lance.
Yeah.
And
LW? Good old
I
LW.
was sitting in the middle of the back seat, and we was driving around having fun. It was raining and shit,
Yeah.
and we was just whipping that bitch. And
What kind of vehicle was it?
I don't remember.
You-
Ford
you-
Focus.
the fun was just too much,
I
man.
think it was Ford Focus. But I was sitting in the middle of the back seat. There was nobody else with me.
Yeah.
But he slammed on the brakes, and my legs slammed together so hard, it popped my nuts.
Oh, fuck! Oh! Oh!
And I suffered for a while, and I was like, it's too bad. I gotta go to the hospital. My nuts was black.
Oh!
And,
Oh, dude!
they told me,
God damn!
and they told me that I had testicle cancer.
Now, how did you have it because of that?
No,
or
it's
that you just happened to... So wait, you breaking your balls led to you discovering you have cancer.
Yeah.
That's like getting fucking... That's like somebody punches you and then like fucking cuts you. That's like boom boom. That's like a knockout right there. That's like a fucking
Yeah, but I suffered
that's...
for months over.
Ooh.
They told me if I do chemo, then that I would be okay.
Right.
Well, guess what? Everybody in my family that's had cancer has died from chemo, not from cancer, from chemo.
Yeah,
And guess what? They told me that it wouldn't take long, maybe a year, 2 years max, before it killed me. Guess what?
Still here?
Still here, motherfucker.
Still here, man. Still fucking here, bro.
But
I don't know any fancy handshakes.
uh,
I know a couple, I guess.
so I was diagnosed with testicle cancer. Now, there was only 1% chance of me ever having a kid again. And then my ex got me spun out.
When she was pregnant?
Yeah, she put meth in my drink. And I was outside mowing, and I went to go fucking chug my drink real fast because I was fucking burning up.
You're mowing the lawn.
I fucking tasted it instantly. As when I was goop,
like a bee to honey.
and I was like, oh fuck no. And come to find out, she was in the back bedroom fucking getting high.
Right. Why would she put that in your drink? You're mowing the lawn. She ever explained?
No, but she got so fucking high she made herself have a miscarriage.
Oh. So wait, was she high on meth?
Yeah, was pregnant with 2 unborn twins.
How does 2 unborn twins?
Yeah, we was having not triplets, but
twins.
Yeah, twins.
So question, how does meth, how does that cause the miscarriage? What happens to the body?
It overheats and all kinds of shit.
I've heard that when you take meth, and I've seen people on meth, I've been around, when I worked at a Little Caesars, one of my first customers was a meth head who was turning around, reading a menu that wasn't there, and my boss said, don't call the cops, don't scream, just let him order. He just wanted a plain pepperoni pizza. He said, have a nice day. He's like, you know what, I'm going to put you in the, you're going to do other shit. Your first day has been kind of wild, because we literally just had a fucking tweaker. But I know that it keeps you awake for a long fucking time. And but it makes your body heat up, and it costs the
all kinds of shit can happen to your body when you're having
What does the high feel like?
bunch of energy.
A bunch of energy?
Made me want to do shit.
What does the world seem like? What is your perception of it when you're high on meth?
Calm down fucking sucks. But when I'm high, when I was high, I wanted to do shit. I wanted to actually...
You were already doing shit. You already mowing the lawn.
No, like, I actually want to fucking do shit.
Okay, you feel motivated.
Yeah.
Like, I can...
Like, I can go all fucking day long.
Wrestle a tiger and build a new, build an Eiffel Tower, right? Yeah.
When I was high, I didn't really feel pain. I just was gone.
Would you say... Did you feel... You felt something, right? It wasn't like an absence of feeling. The shit I got into when I was younger would make me not feel anything. I have an eating disorder.
I was afraid to go to sleep.
Really?
Because done been through so much shit that when I went to sleep, that I would see
Nightmares.
it.
I was in the opposite direction. I only wanted to sleep. I got hooked on, when I was young, I got hooked on Benadryls. That shit fucked me up bad. My egg donor, she was like, oh, you know, if you wanted to take a nap, you know, she handed me the box, and I'd read it, so don't give it to kids to sleep. I'm like, well, I have allergies, it's allergy medicine, maybe this will help my allergies, and I got hooked on them. I used to make, in high school, I was real fucked up. I used to make these cocktails. I come home from a bad day at school, my mom would be screaming at everybody about some stupid shit, or they'd be gone. I'd go to my room. Now, there's other aspects to it. I would get, I think, a Pepsi, which I quit soda this year. I'm done with drinking soda. Pepsi, cut up some strawberries at the fridge, mix some like the dropper melatonin, pop a couple of bennies, you know, the little pink ones, chug it, a big old mug. I get out of the kitchen, I go in there, I wash it real quick, I'm going, I put on this specific song. I can have the song playing in the background. I still love that song, right? It's a very calm kind of, it's an interesting song, but I would like cry. I'd go to the bathroom if they were going. I'd punch myself. I'd be like, you know, you're just awful.
I know what you mean.
And it's like, I lay in bed. I'm like, you know, hey God, if you're there, you can kill me now. It's pretty shit, you know. Burn down my grandparents' home. So, you know, split my family up. Make me related to a bunch of jackasses. It's great. I love it. And then the only time I feel good is when I fucking come, right? And it's like, yeah, that's it. And then I just, fuck it, just kill me. Like, look, and even when I was dating people, I got molested by the person I was dating. I ain't gonna say who. You know, that's a story for another time. But then this person's telling me these certain things about. I'm gonna get into this at another point when we're a little more comfortable about things. But this person was telling me, oh, this is how people actually work, and you need to be like this if you want to be with people. And I trusted this person, right? So I started doing that, and then I get in trouble. I don't know what I'm doing, and I hurt people. I didn't mean to hurt nobody. When I learned I hurt people, I felt like dog shit. I was like, well, I was just doing what I thought people did, right? You know, I sending pictures of my dick and shit, right? Like,
Hey, my dad's calling Papa. After losing my kid, blah blah blah.
kids, twins, yeah.
Her mom burnt down the trailer that I got for her with a meth lab.
Oh no!
While I was gone to school and working, they was.
I know what a
making
meth lab. I know, when they blow up, I know what they smell like. It smells like fucking like. Like
so after that, I really fucking went on a goddamn. You know, I went fucking hard.
You got fucked up.
Yeah. I was still in school. I graduated at the end of 2018, 2019. Thank God. I graduated at a kindergarten reading level, but you know that's because of dyslexia, shit like that.
Yeah.
And I just didn't really give a fuck about school. Thank God I graduated, but after I graduated I moved here.
Do you listen to audiobooks?
Not really.
Do you listen to people talk?
Sometimes.
Would you mind if I shared some audiobooks with you? Maybe some stuff that could help you sort of.
I don't care.
I mean, do you? If you don't care, I don't want to bother you.
You can.
There's some good books I think that could help you with living.
So I moved here, got this job.
Right out of high school.
Yeah, because I got into some deep shit.
Right.
And I wanted to get sober. I wanted to get clean. So I moved away.
Right.
And I came here, changed my life around.
What was the thing that sort of made you go, okay, switch time? I'm gonna do
My mom went to prison.
For good, or just again?
For 3.5 years, she went to prison.
So was your mom around you during a lot of these bad times? Kind of just.
Most of the bad shit that I've went through and done, I can't really talk about on camera.
That's fair. I'm not gonna ask you. I'm just mean like in general though. what were the conditions that kind of allowed for them to happen is sort of what I'm more
Her in and out of jail. Her always,
getting in trouble.
choosing other men over us. All kinds of shit.
Hey, dude, were you ever in middle school?
Everybody goes to middle school.
Well, some places have like intermediate and don't have a middle, and then the middle. We didn't have a middle school until right as I was about to enter it. Back then, you went to the high school and they just had more, people. But I'll tell you this, man, you're not alone. One of the little stories I'll throw out real quick is, my egg donor. I did good one year in school. My family said, "Hey, you do good. We'll get you that new PS3 that came out." Right? This is when the Slim came out. It's cheaper. And I did great. I hated math. I love math now. It's fine. There's a lot of complicated feelings I have about stuff. But basically, I got good grades, and I got a PS3. Well, then I got into a fight at school because some guy was shit-talking my family and punching one of my friends, and I fucking went up and I hit him into a wall like that, And I got in trouble, and, well, as punishment for I was at a month note, your PlayStation, we're putting it back in the box, putting it in the closet, right? In my grandparents' room. What happened was, I got ungrounded, and my grandmother says, "Okay, well, we'll get your PlayStation." We go in there, we open up the box, and we feel it, like, oh, this is something weird, right? Open it up, there's a reason it's not as heavy. Books. Somebody taking the PlayStation, stuffed a bunch of books in. And my egg donor's boyfriend at the time, who would later go on to become one of my stepdads, he cruised around town looking at pawn shops. He found it at one of them. She had hawked it, and she had bought drugs with the money. So, you need me to pause it? This is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Hey, come here, Butch. Hey, buddy. Say hi. Hey, bud. Hey, you're a good dog. He ain't my dog, but he's a good one. I'm just getting a little video of Butch. Look at him wagging that little tail. Look how happy he is. You good?
Cold.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't go out there. Okay, bud. Okay, let's see.
Oh.
Alright, so, alright, come on, Butch. Come on. Come on. Woo.
Go. Go.
Come on, bud.
Go.
Come on, bud. Go. You good? Yeah, go lay on the bed. You good? Good boy. So,
I moved here, got sober, got a job here. I was living at my aunt at this moment.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
And all they done was take all my money. But it was fun living there. I loved living there. They moved to Texas, and
they didn't take you. They didn't want you to come with them.
Well, see, they begged me to stay here. Told me they'd take care of me, which I was taken care of for a while. They got me a place to live, and I was doing good. I went hanging out with these people, but I went to Texas on vacation. Went to, got to a funeral.
Whose funeral was it?
A little cousin of mine.
Oh man.
But
what happened? Did they just have any sort of problem, or?
He was born, sick. He went tubes and shit.
Oh man.
I don't really know.
You don't. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I didn't really know that side of the family, but I wanted to be there for my aunt and for my dad, because they moved away. And well, I came back and I didn't have a ride from Birmingham.
Right.
And so I called these people that I got introduced to from my old landlord.
Yeah.
You know, the people that they moved me into. So they came to Birmingham and picked me up. Got to Jameson, they lit up this blunt that I thought was just a fucking blunt.
Uh-oh. I think you hinted at this when we first met, didn't you? Yeah.
That shit had spice, meth, weed, some kind of drug they could not identify. And it stopped my heart 3 times.
Why didn't you decline?
Decline.
You didn't say, hey, I don't want that. I thought you were sober then. Or is this after you're sober?
This is when I moved here.
But I thought you became sober when you moved here.
I was. Well, not all weed.
Oh, so you thought, oh, this is just weed. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
I hit it one time. One time. It smelled like weed. Tasted like weed. But that hit was not fucking weed. And shit stopped my heart 3 times.
Mm.
They threw me out in front of a police station here in town.
Why didn't they take you to a hospital?
Because they was robbing me. They robbed everything I had. They took everything I had.
They can still drop you off at a hospital, but what all did you have on you?
I had my bag and everything, bro.
What was in your bag? Just
All my clothes, everything that I had. I couldn't have much because I was on a bus.
I got you. So these people, their plan was to rob you?
Yeah,
What
they
was
took
their
all
plan?
my money and everything.
So let me ask you something. If you hadn't smoked that weed, would they still have tried to rob you?
Well, I wasn't left.
Oh yeah, obviously.
And it wasn't weed. It wasn't just weed.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, let's say that you just weren't feeling it. Like, hey, I appreciate you offering this blunt.
If I would have said no, bro, I would have prevented everything.
Yeah.
But they dumped me out in front of the police station. And, that shit fucked me up, man. Got me put on probation, all kinds of shit. Then, I got this camper, so I moved out of the landlords because they was talking about, coming to finish the job and all kinds of shit, so I moved out of
Like,
it.
what do you mean, finish the job?
People that robbed me.
They wanted to hurt you or kill
Yeah,
you?
they
Why?
I don't fucking know. They was talking about that gun, boarding my camper down and all kinds of shit.
What did you do to these people?
Nothing.
Who the fuck? What are these psychopaths? Who the fuck are these people?
All I done was get them to pick
Pick you up.
me up from fucking Birmingham, bro.
Did they have like an Uber in Birmingham you could have rung up on your phone, or
I don't know.
you never used Uber before? It ain't really. There's
I didn't have a car. I didn't have no money.
fair.
Really, it was
Fair.
all in my pocket.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm sorry.
I don't know if
I think Uber does free stuff on. Sometimes they do free stuff on New Year's because we don't want drunk people.
I don't know nothing about all that.
That's fine. I mean, I didn't either.
Man, I got trust issues anyway.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'd probably trust a delivery or like a taxi.
I thought I knew these people, bro. I didn't know they fucking do me like that.
I thought the same thing of people I'm blood related to, man. That's
I know what you mean.
like it, and then total strangers. I mean, like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, you a good person? Let's hang
See,
out.
what got me was I got where I didn't trust nobody, and then I was like, fuck, I need a ride from Birmingham. I can't walk on the fucking highway.
Yeah, no.
I was like, I need a ride. I was like, I don't know nothing about taxis. They ain't gonna take me to Birmingham. I know that for a fact. I don't know nothing about Uber. You know, I don't know nothing about any of that shit. You know, I was just like, I need a fucking ride. I was like, it's 12:30 in the morning. I was like, ain't nobody gonna come get me. My landlord's asleep. My manager, she lives somewhere else. My boss ain't gonna fucking answer because he never does. I was like, I don't know nobody else. I was like, fuck, I gotta call these people. I was like, I don't really know them.
Did you have any cash on you at that time?
Yeah.
Does Birmingham have any sort of terminals or anything you could say, hey,
What's that?
like a bus terminal or a taxi?
Oh, no,
service?
not to here.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, do you think they'd have like, hey, we can drop you off here and then you can find another way from there? Or could you find someone like, hey, I have a bit of money, if I pay you off, can y'all...
Taxis only do it in Birmingham.
Gotcha. Could you find someone, I know you have trust issues, but do you think maybe you can meet a nice enough person who's like, hey, I'm stuck here, can y'all give me a lift, or do like the hitchhiker's thumb?
People don't really do that these days because people talking, you know.
What about me, though? I've given you a ride before. Remember I took you over here to... I'll take you wherever you need to go, man. I mean, obviously we've known each other for a little while, but even if... But remember, when I met you, I still treated you the same, though, right? Like, would you have... If I'd met you... Hey, let's say if I happened to be in Birmingham and I had a vehicle...
Well, I didn't know you at that point.
But if I treated you the way that I have so far when we met, even when we didn't really know each other, would you have been like, hey, maybe this person can help me, you know? I've given I went to, you know about Katie's Closet? There's a thrift store where a hospital used to be over past, near Winn-Dixie, in that area. I was walking out of the thrift store because I buy stuff I go to the thrift store. I like old stuff, right? And it's cheaper. And I was walking out and I saw a woman in a leather jacket walking out. And I was like, oh, she must be a worker. She just looked at me. And she was like, man, she did the wave for someone in front of me leaving. And she's doing me the pass sign. And I tried to roll my window down. I couldn't. I climbed up because my windows wouldn't open. It was jammed. I said, hey, do you work here? She said, no, I'm trying to get to the courthouse. I said, oh, you know, it's a bit of a walk. You can do it, but it might take you a few hours. You need a lift, you know? Like, and she said, oh, sure. And I opened up. Now, she's smoking a cigarette. I said, hey, can you know, put that out? I don't want smoke in the car or anything. And I took her over to the courthouse. She was telling me where to go. I was like, I already know where to go. I used to live in that area, right? So I'm pulling her out, and she's talking to me. Her and another lady who are kind of semi-casuals at the store, they were going to rehab. They got in some trouble, but they were getting clean. They're like, hey, I want to do better. I'm going to go here. They offered this to me, so I'm going to take it. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. You know, you're going to rehab. And she was telling me about all of it and kind of that. She's like, I didn't think anybody would want to help me. I'm like, well, I don't see why not. She's like, yeah, nobody trusts me. But I trust you, you know, as long as you don't, you know, pull a knife on me or some shit, I guess, right? But yeah, she was, and I was like, yeah, you know, I just, it's not like, I wasn't looking for like a reward. It wasn't like, oh, if I do this, I'm gonna go to heaven, or oh, if I do this, she'll like, you know, suck my dick, or oh, if I do this, she'll give me money, because obviously she has money, right? Like, to me, it was like, if I was in that situation, and I needed or wanted help, you know, who would I want to show up? And I'd say, well, somebody who's nice. I'll just, you know, do something nice. Yeah, it costs gas. I don't give a shit. I mean, I care about keeping gas in the car, but I mean, I don't mind helping people if they need it. You know, the world needs, and the people in the world need help, and if they can't get help from other means, why can't I step up to the plate? Yeah, that puts me in a bad spot sometimes, financially speaking. I sometimes, I've given people all of my paychecks, and I'd be left with just enough to maybe pay my rent and food sometimes. But if I can help people, it's like I'm making the world a little better. So that's worth something. I'm rambling though. Well, yeah, but you're rambling. You're the focus. I'm just interviewing. You know, I'm the person with the microphone. But well, let's get back on the linear progression of what you're getting to here.
But, you know, I skipped a couple of years talking about me getting arrested.
Tell what you feel you gotta tell, and save, you know, keep keep hold of whatever you want to keep to yourself. Your privacy is important.
Yeah, these people robbed me.
Yeah.
Took all my money, took everything I fucking had. Dumped me out in front of the police station. And, then I felt unsafe at my old landlord, so I got my own trailer, got my own camper and moved it over here to the restaurant.
Right. Who did you talk to have that happen?
My boss.
So what did they say about it?
They wanted me, they thought it's fucked up, but they, it is what it is.
So they were okay with you moving over here?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll give some credit. That's honorable.
But,
it's a little fucked up that you have to live right next to the...
But they begged me to stay down here. If I would have stayed in Texas, if I would have went with my aunt to Texas, I wouldn't have went through, getting arrested and all this shit. But I've been here for 5 years at this restaurant. Gave everything to this restaurant.
Right.
And I mean everything. All my sweat and tears.
It's not super common for people to have basically their house put right next to where they were. Now, I don't mind, I would love to live next to a place I could walk in and do a job. I'd love that. But the fact that your place that you live has to be here on commercial property is entirely, it's something about, like, if you tell this to people, they're going to go, if they see it, that's kind of fucked up, right? That you have to live that. Or at least you feel you have to. Or that's like the best option you have out of the things.
It is the best option.
I mean,
But, see, they begged me to stay down here. I've done been here at 3 years at that moment. Well, no. I've done been here at 4 years this month. When they started begging me to stay here.
So they begged you to stay here?
Yeah, they told me they'd take care of me, everything like that. Stay here. And then a little while, about a year goes by. No, I was here 3 years. 3 years at that point when they started begging me to stay here.
Right.
Because my family was wanting to move away. And I was like, okay. So we made something happen where I had a place to live. Then all that shit happened where I got arrested because them people robbed me. And got the camper. Moved it here. Now they're trying to throw me away.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck anymore, and that's, if I lose it, when I lose this job, if I can't get a job, I'm fucked. That's violating my probation.
You have to have a job?
I have to have a job.
Can the probation officers help you get a job?
Yes, they're trying. They're going to try.
Okay, well, I have a question. If they fail at getting you a job, do you still get punished?
Yes.
That is so stupid.
Why
can't they hire?
What's fucked up is they know that I was robbed, but since I was fucked up, they still sticking it to me anyway.
They didn't try to look for the people who robbed you?
Yeah, they put a warrant out for them and everything.
Well, where the fuck did they go?
They can't find them.
Are they looking, really?
I don't know. I gotta go to court when they find them.
Oh, boy.
Because I put a warrant out for them.
I mean, I would, too.
But they said since I was intoxicated.
Inebriated, high, whatever they want to call it, yeah.
That shit stopped my heart 3 times. They say it's my fault.
Did the police take you to a hospital?
Yeah, they took me to a hospital. They took blood and everything.
Or do they have an infirmary or anything?
Huh?
Do they have? Is there a place in the police station that has like a medical unit? No, they just took you to the hospital.
They had the ambulance show up and shit took me to the hospital.
Okay.
Then took me straight to fucking jail.
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, ain't none of this even my fault. I was like, yeah, I hit a joint. Yeah, I hit a blunt. 1 fucking time. 1 time. They talking about sending me to prison.
No, prison?
Yeah.
No fucking forgiveness on this?
No.
You were a victim of something way worse than smoking something. That's...
But So
you were here, and you got back on your feet. You had this camper for a long time
I've had
you
it
showed
for
up.
about like 6-7 months now.
Really?
Something like that.
Well, what did you live in? You were living with somebody else when you worked here, right? They said
No, I had it for like 4 or 5 months because I've been on probation since November.
Gotcha.
I got arrested and got this camper.
But this was years ago, right?
No, this was last year.
Oh, right. But when you were working here for 5 years, where else did you live? You lived with the
We lived with my aunt.
and your aunt. Okay. I'm sorry.
I lived there for 3 years.
Okay. Yeah, I remember now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up with everything I can. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's a lot, I know.
Yeah, dude. It's still going. It's not. No, I'm not saying that to be mean. I mean, like, your life is still going, and there's more story. And that doesn't mean that it's going to be bad forever, you know.
But now, restaurant's being shut down.
Yeah.
That means I'm losing my job.
Which means you can't pay the.
That means I'm losing my place to live. After everything that I've rebuilt, after everything that I've worked hard for.
It's all back. It feels like you're back at square.
I am back at square one.
Square uno, right?
And I have nobody to fall on.
Well, you know, I'm trying to.
But it's all good. I got myself, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you've been very, like, I mean, even before recording and making this video, like, you'd tell me some, like, horrible shit, but like, yeah, but, you know, it is what it is. It's like, I don't, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but what it is fucked up.
Like, yeah,
and it's like,
yeah, I've done a bunch of shit. Yeah, I fucked up.
I mean, I've been there, man.
Yeah, I've been through a lot, but I've always been, you know, go-to person for everybody.
Try to be honest and helpful. And
I'm always honest. I've never lied about, you know, what I do.
yeah, no, I mean,
I stay real.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I fucked up, but I don't do nobody wrong. I don't want to be done
Not
wrong.
on purpose.
Yeah. If I ever done anybody wrong, I'm sorry, bro. You know, my bad. But, you know, that's not who I want to be.
No.
I used to be a fucked up person, yes. But I don't do nobody wrong unless they do me wrong. You know, like, the way I feel, I don't steal from you, I don't lie to you, I don't hurt you, I don't do nothing to you. I want nothing but love. I'm gonna give you love. I'm gonna give you all I got.
Yep. I'm right there with you, man.
But once you do me wrong, it's over.
Yeah.
You know,
Cut 'em out.
it's done with. If you steal from me, or if you lie to me, and I find out, ooh, that's another story. When I give you all I got, and you fucking harm me, bro, that's another story. You know, I stand on business. But
Yeah. I don't, I'm not in that kind of world, but I get what you mean. Yeah.
But bro, I've always been the go-to guy. I give all my heart. I got a
But you
big
care
heart.
about people.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
care. I care too
It's
much
fun. It's
about
because
it.
you've been through so much shit with people, but you still care about people. I'm the same way though. I mean, it's I've been through some fucking terrible shit, and I still think I think people are good.
It's you gotta be, you know. People don't understand what morals is no more. People don't understand what family is no more.
Ain't got
People
no
don't
effort.
understand what, you know, loyalty is. My question is, what would you rather have, love or loyalty?
Love. I mean,
Good
again, but
answer.
it depends on, because there's different types of love and
Good
loyalty.
answer, because guess what?
Well,
What comes with love?
loyalty.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
What comes with loyalty?
Love.
Respect.
Well,
What comes with respect?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know what comes after. I don't. My idea of respect might be a little different, but what comes after respect?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness?
You know what comes after forgiveness?
No. It's a cycle. That's a good network, man.
But it's love your neighbor.
Yeah.
Not hurt your neighbor. It's not use your neighbor. It's help your neighbor. It's not disrespect your neighbor. It's respect
Your neighbor. Yeah.
It's like my favorite saying. I'm a holler boy. You know what a holler boy is?
A holler or hollow?
Holler.
Hollering, getting loud, right?
Holler.
What's a holler boy?
Call me, I'm coming.
Call me, I'm coming. Damn, that's fucking good. I like that. That's a good one. I should have thought of that when I was younger. That's a good one.
But
I was called Motor Mouth when I was in kindergarten. Excuse me.
But now that I'm going through everything, it's like I have nobody. I'm back at fucking square one. It's like when I try to rebuild everything, do right for myself, everything starts going back down.
Yeah.
No, Butch, I'm down.
But you got something to say? What you got to say here? Look at him, he's getting all shy. There we go. But yeah,
And without a job, without a place to live, automatic violation.
that shouldn't be the case. That's not ethical on any level. It's not moral. That's the
If
wrong.
I can't pay my shit, that means I'll go to jail.
How much? So you have to have a job. Did they specify what type of job?
Any job.
Any job.
As long as it pays.
How much do you need to get paid by their account?
Huh? I gotta be making at least over 12.
12?
At least more.
Like a 1,200?
No, like over 800 to 900 coming out of my pocket a month.
And who
With
does that money
everything.
go to?
The court, to my bills,
To the probation?
everything, bro.
You pay when you're on
You got-
probation.
well, you gotta think everything, like with all my bills, everything like that, and you know, then everything coming out, bro, that's over 800 a month.
How much do you make a month usually? Just enough, or
Enough to fucking barely make it by, enough to stay out of jail.
yeah? So
enough to keep,
So you live paycheck to paycheck too?
I live paycheck to paycheck.
I'm there with you, man. It fucking sucks. Oh, god damn.
That's me trying to do right.
Yeah.
But I'm a good kid, I'm good. I'm a good, good person. I'm 24-year-old. I ain't supposed to be alive.
Yeah,
Back
you
on
were
doctors
you were
told
told
me
you were gonna be dead.
that
Yeah.
I'd be dead by age 21.
And you
That I'd
still
be a
here?
human vegetable by age 21. I'd be lucky to make it 22. Guess what? I'm still kicking. I doubt I'll make it to 30, but I'm gonna damn sure try.
I don't know what to say. I'd be like, yeah, you will. I don't know, but I have faith you'll get there. Watch you get to like the day before your fucking 30th birthday, and then it's like an asteroid hits you, and you're walking outside for a smoke.
No, my luck, I'll get killed by a fucking acorn.
A woman in Alabama did get hit with a meteorite.
What?
Yeah, a meteorite hit a woman in Alabama. I forgot when. You can look that up. That really happened.
It's 9:23, bro.
I got all night, man. What's next?
I gotta work in the morning, don't you?
I gotta be at work at like 12 till 4 again.
I gotta be at work at 6:15.
Oh fuck. What time do you usually go to bed?
Oh, I'm in bed by 10.
Oh shit. Well, can we talk about a few other things before I start packing up? So,
Everybody's gonna try and get different jobs, but I'm fucked. I ain't got a ride.
yeah.
I mean, and he's taking all my money for rent and shit. I barely even bring home 200. Most time I bring home like 150 a week.
For you?
Yeah,
I'm
and that's putting some money up to pay everything. They take all my money. I barely even survive. I barely have the money to take care of my animals. I barely even fucking eat because of these motherfuckers. I work constantly and don't even bring nothing home because I gotta pay everything.
So you remember you asked me if you could try to get a job where I was working? I'm gonna tell you, man. It really is the same kind of thing. Now I'm not as bad off as you. I'm sorry, but like it's the skimming paycheck to paycheck, having barely anything left. Dude, I'm in the negative right now, and that's just because I bought gas. I'm in the negative because I bought something I fucking need to get to work. I'm working just to work more, and it's like what? It's like I should. Yeah, and I'm not suicidal, but there was a moment when I was working there, like I should just fucking. There's no escaping this shit. I'm just gonna kill myself. It's like no. Obviously, I'm not. I have a completely different view on life now. Something happened. I witnessed some very terrible shit, but I also witnessed a lot of good shit at the same time. That's not a topic I want to get into now, but basically it's like, I have had a new lease on life, and that's why I'm doing stuff like this. Fuck it. People are like, oh, you can't do that. It's not worthwhile. You're never going to do anything. Nobody's going to notice. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do my goddamn best, and if I got to go and kill me. Here's the thing. It's like there are things in this life worth dying for, and my buddies is one of them, and there's goodness. I believe there's goodness in people, and I believe that things can do better. But this shit is it's
ridiculous.
We live in a shithole, and people are like, oh, but America is the wealthiest country in the world. Oh, for like 5 fucking motherfuckers, and then the government. Not for the people, not for the workers. No, fuck, they don't fucking care. Look at this shit. Look at how we all live. It's awful. And then they want to go and get everybody to hate each other just to segregate us all, keep us from being friends and loving one another. It's all just for power and control, and then we live like this, living like it's like what is the point, right? Like you just. But you know what? I mean, I got to meet you, and you've been a great friend. You're one of my only friends I got right now. I got a lot of friends that just are people who.
Right, man, I'm a good friend.
Yeah, it's just. I feel bad I didn't come see you more often because it's with work though, man.
Shit.
Like bro, I go home, I pass out. It's like fuck, man. I'm gonna wake up back to this shit. Great. But yeah. So let's get into another thing too, real quick before we get ready to go. I'm gonna have you write down some information for me that I might need. Do you have a thing people could send money to you on? What do you use?
Cash App.
You got a Cash App? I'm gonna get your Cash App. You could send me a link to it or something, or we can write it down, or I'll have it up on the screen or something, and I'll put a link to it and all that. What's your goal right now? What amount of money do you think would be a decent goal to go for?
I got 150 put up. I got to have it's where I'm trying to get a place to live at. The only option that I have around here in Clanton, the cheapest place that I've found is Higgins Ferry, and it's $5.25 a month.
And this first month is
the first month they're gonna charge $6.25 because they got charge $125 for installation, which is where they come install my camper. I move it, they help me install it.
Okay. And you also, I know you said you had to pay for somebody with a diesel truck to carry your camper.
Yeah.
Over there.
So I'm probably looking at like $700.
$700? My tax return, which probably won't come till after it's necessary, will be in the 700 range. I was writing out a financial plan. I was going to invest a bit into my YouTube because I wanted to do that, to try and do that. But I was also looking at, hey, don't jump on that. My family, one of them wanted a new laptop. She doesn't want me to tell other people though, in the family, right?
Yeah.
But I said, okay, well, she brought me a brochure, and I'm looking at computers for something at a decent price. And then another part of me, I was actually going to get back about $900, but I actually used the money the state owed me to I gave the charities, right? Right here? Here, let me see.
I sent it to you too.
You sent it to me?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to keep blabbering, running my mouth? I was
It's
just...
up to you. You want it written down?
Oh, yeah. So what? Do you have to put in that right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me write that down. And it's going to be on the screen, too. Check the description, please. For the love of God. Help my homie out here. Help my boy out. God, it's a fucking struggle out here. So, did I write this down correctly? Can you take a picture on your phone, like a screenshot?
Yeah.
Screenshot that, send it to me.
I sent you the link to it too.
Thank you, appreciate it. I'll get it all prepared for you. Also, I still have a copy of... your resume, by the way? You remember you said you had some experience painting?
Yeah.
I handed it over to my uncle.
What that?
Yeah, you can. You can send that too. Just take a picture of it. My uncle actually took the paper. He said, he said he can't help you right now. He's done a lot of work. He ain't been paid for, right? He said, I can't hire anybody right now. But he looked at it and said, this is a very impressive resume. I said, yeah, and I'm going to help him update it too. I'm going to try and get help. I'm going to let you come over and I can help you with your new resume. But, yeah, like, I was getting 900. It got lowered down to about 700 and something. And some of that I was going to use to fill up holes in the yard, because we got a lot of holes, and I live with old people, and they don't like driving, all that. So I got to go in and fix it, since we put like mulch down, but it didn't stay, and now the holes are still there. So I got to go in and fix all that shit. The lawnmower at where I live it won't crank. It just doesn't work. I guess we just got to get a new one and scrap the old one.
I can fix it. I can try and fix it.
Yeah, if you want to.
Like
We've tried. We have tried. It. I said fuck it. I'm gonna plot out and just get a better one, and not let the last person who fucked it up drive it. Not me. Wasn't me. Just somebody else. But it's like But I would appreciate if you want to come look at it. We got it. But honestly, it's like I just, but 700 isn't really going to last me that long. I mean, I want to put it back into the people I live with. I want to put it back into the community. I want to help people. I'm trying to work on a few things to help the people in town, but it's grassroots, right? It's like it's all me right now, but it's, but if you need that money, I'll give it to you, and you ain't even got to worry about nothing back.
But the bad thing is, they say I could be out by tomorrow, and,
I mean, this might even go out too fucking late, and I feel bad because I want to stay up and get it all done as quickly as I can.
Bro, you ain't got a brush on it.
I
It's
just
a lot. You can cut whatever you want.
It is a lot, but I think all of it needs to be heard. I think you need a voice. I think people like you deserve to have a chance to be heard, at least a chance. I think people should open their fucking goddamn ears and listen, but everyone just assumes, they make assumptions about, living in the South and shit. It's like, it's so fucking, God. Because people, it's strange I'll talk about that another time. But yeah, my boy's Cash App's going to be there. If you have any, if you got pockets that aren't hurting, if you're not struggling so bad, if you can toss out, even every little bit counts, right?
Couple bucks.
Whatever, anything, really.
Anything to get me where I need to go, man.
And so here's my end of the deal, since I'm organizing this for him. If you donate to him, take a screenshot of your receipt or any sort of confirmation and send it to me using this information coming up now, and I will draw you any sort of...
that backwards.
No, I know. I'm using it to show the movement. Prove it, and if you want, you don't have to have it, but if you want it, I'll make some art for you. That's my end of the bargain, just to show that I'm committed to helping. Now, after a while, I'm going to stop. If people keep donating after a while. I do have a lot of stuff I'm trying to do and get done. But
donate to him too, man.
I'll worry about me at another point. There's a lot I have to research, and I need to get into, properly making things again.
Right.
But I've just been like, I'm gonna erase this real quick just for the purpose of it. I already got it. You already sent it. So yeah, got my struggle buddy here. Let's see. Are there other things you need any money for? Just like food and pet food and... No? You got that covered?
Anything helps, man.
Okay. Yeah, it's well, let's get away from the downer though. Can you tell me some stories about work?
Like what?
Any fond memories you have working at the country kitchen? I mean, you've been there 5 years. You gave it your all. There got to be some kind of is it stuff you can't talk about, or?
There's a bunch of stuff.
You want to wait and do it another time?
Yeah.
We'll do it another time. I think work stories is another thing I'm kind of interested in.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Another one.
Is there anything else you might want to say to the audience out there?
Thank y'all for listening.
All right, well, I guess that's all I need for now, man. Thank you so much for, and you got this, man. All right, y'all. Well, like the video, share it. I don't give a shit if you subscribe or not. You can bookmark my page. I really don't give a shit right now. I'm focused, hyper focused. If you want to subscribe, go for it. I'm gonna try and get him and some more stuff and some other people. I want to turn this into like a show, not here specifically, but I actually did want to do a talk show with people and kind of get more Southern voices out onto the internet. Honest voices. None of that fucking fake shit that we put up with all the time. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, you know. But, yeah, so, if you want to help out, it'd be much appreciated. And if you can't donate, if you're in a situation you don't have money, just share the video.
Just share.
Just share the video. Go for it. Or, hey, you can leave your own stories. You can talk about your own stuff, you know, wherever you type up now, you know.
We'll accept anything, man.
Literally anything. I mean, we work for basically just like scraps anyhow. So, I mean, fucking, it's
Help if you can. Either way, by sharing, that's still helping.
any bit helps. It smells so good when I walk in.
It does. It smells good.
Oh, bro, do you prefer chicken or sausage?
What do you mean?
You ever had a chicken gumbo?
Yeah.
Do you prefer
Thanks.
Do you prefer chicken
Yeah, I
or
have.
what? Do you have like a preference over one?
Sausage. Sausage gumbo.
You like Polish kaszka?
What?
You like Polish sausage?
Oh, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't really know much sausage.
You don't know many sausages? You like salami?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, look at me. God, I gotta shave more often. Anyhow, let's take a little walk. I spilled apple juice on the camera. There we go. So, I'm out here by the creek. Having to finish off some orange juice that we had in the fridge. Walmart brand, so I don't really go by Walmart. I try to avoid it as much as possible. But sometimes the people I live with give me money to go and get stuff from the Walmart. I'd rather just shop local, if I'm honest. Speaking of which, this video you're watching was originally, when I got the impulse to make it, was going to be much more produced. It was going to have more editing done, more segments, more segues, more just kind of a variety to justify its length. But unfortunately, sometimes in life, there's this, you know, shit happens, right? So shit keeps happening, and you get bombarded with it. And you have to be a little more, you know, impromptu. So, yeah, walking around like I actually know what I'm fucking saying. I shouldn't curse so much, especially when I'm out here in this beautiful nature. This is very calming. I quite like being out here. It's been a minute since I've popped down here. This used to be one of my little, well, I used to come here as a kid and I'd sit and just listen to stuff. Because, you know, being in nature really, you know, not all the time. I'm not like a nature fanatic, but, you know, it has its charm. Woo! Cold. So, trying to get the thoughts to, you know, get my gears cranking.
My buddy Chris needs help, and I'm trying to get this video out as soon as possible. The unfortunate thing about my current situation is I keep getting called or messaged into work, and I'm trying to use all my off time to either sleep because I'm sleep deprived, or you know, from working all the damn time, or I get on my computer and I bust my ass on this video. And I didn't think this would be my first YouTube video in the project that I wanted to do. And I mean, the overall project entails a couple of smaller projects, and one of the things I wanted to make was a talk show for people from the area of the world that I'm from. I kind of got this idea just sort of, I mean, I wanted to do it, I wanted to for years, you know, I've wanted to make videos and put them online, and I have in some spots, but they were never very well made. Some people might argue this isn't particularly well made either, and honestly, it's like I'm just trying to help a buddy of mine. This was very just like, I was planning, I had all these video ideas and I was writing scripts, but this was like worlds colliding, right? So I was like, well, I can do the talk show thing now, do like a pilot episode, and I could have this guy come on. I've been friends with him for a little while. I met him. We're not like super close, but we're, you know, we're acquaintances. And I met him while I was working at my job over at Dollar General, and he'd pop in, and you know, we'd chat, and then over time, you know, he started saying, hey, you want to come hang out? I live behind this restaurant over here, which is literally up the road from where I work. And I kept wanting to go visit him because, you know, I don't really have anybody right now who I hang out with. I got people I talk to online all the time, but it's just not the same. I mean, it's good to have those relationships, and they're wonderful, and great things can happen because of the internet, which is, I have that faith, I'm putting it into this. But I really just, I don't know how to like frame what I'm trying to get at here. I was gonna, this morning I got woken up from a phone call, and it was my current manager, and I told her, you know, she's like, hey, nobody else is answering their phones, can you come in? And I said, okay, well, call them one more time and see if you can reach so-and-so, and get back to me if you can't. I was hoping, because I've already covered so many, you know, times I've been asked, it's like, hey, you know, nobody else can come in, can you come and do it real quick? And it's like, I have plans today, but those plans don't earn me money. And money is kind of a, there's a lot I could say about money, and I'm asking for money right now, not for me, not yet. Well, I'm looking into my options. I've thought about maybe if it gets enough traction, I'll do a Patreon or a Patreon. I've heard about Subscribestar. I've heard about all kinds of stuff. I already have a coffee, you know, if you're into that. If that's your fetish, that's your kink. But honestly, I would rather money go into other people right now. My job doesn't pay well. Obviously, I work at a fucking Dollar General, so I've got a little bit more time before my break's over. So I'm gonna spin in the chair. Whee! I have the world in my hand. But there's other things going on that need more urgent care than I do. And I figured I would use whatever advantages I have in my current living situation to try and prop up someone else. So yeah, Chris's information is all there for you to help if you think you have enough to donate and you want to donate. Don't do it, out of some kind of, don't let me like browbeat you or anything. If you, I don't know what you think about Chris. I think he's a fine, person. He's, he's got a few things here and there, but who the hell doesn't, right? And there was something else. I wanted to do a full-on I wanted to do 2 big segments besides the ones that did make it into the final cut. And those were going to be a fake kind of public access style commercial for the restaurant. And I was going to go in and I was going to film the buffet and all this and that. Buffet. But that, I just didn't have time. I don't have the money to order that much food from them right now. So I couldn't get like too many pictures. And I wasn't going to bother other people. Like, hey, can I get a, quick picture of your food? That's, I want to leave people alone when they're at a restaurant. And I wasn't allowed back in the kitchen unless I was doing some work myself, which I'm not an employee, but I did, because of them having so many issues, I decided to take some time and come help them with closing and stuff like that if I was available. I wish I had spent a little more time with Chris leading up to this. If I had known it was going to get that bad for him, he brought this to my attention, and he was very honest, just like, yeah, man, I'm going to be homeless soon. I'm getting kicked out. And I was like, oh, did something happen? He's like, yeah, the store, the restaurant's getting shut down. And I just felt obligated to do something about it. Like, I can save the restaurant, maybe, just in the nick of time. But thinking with more about what I'm going through in my own life. Sorry, holding this thing is kind of annoying sometimes. Thinking about where I am and what I can do, how can that affect like the situation in a positive way? And I was already going to do the YouTube stuff anyways, so I figured, screw it, I'm just going to go for it. The other big segment I wanted to do was I wanted to call attention to this app that I've been using whenever I have to go shopping for whatever I need. I think the app is called No Thanks. And essentially what it is for the unaware, there is a terrible, horrible, disturbed genocide going on in the world right now. Thankfully a lot of us watching this don't have to live through that kind of thing where your house is being bombed constantly by these people who want to steal your land. It's bullshit, and it's terrible, and I've seen way too fucking much. I'll even be dead honest with you. For years, I told everyone, basically, that I was an agnostic. Now, really, I was always a bit of an atheist. But I had to I was, religious trauma. I had to essentially mask that by saying, well, maybe there's a God. And that was just me kind of being forced to keep on to these beliefs that were put into me and enforced on me by my family, by the community, and even by some parts of the larger society that I live in. But I'm not. And the proof is in the pudding right now. If you stir that pudding with a little plastic spoon, you'll see some dead-ass shit. You will see some shit that will fuck your brain up, and you might come out of it better off in a weird, strange, cosmic kind of way. I've been through a lot of shit in my life. And I never felt I was worthy of talking about it because other people
Most other people I've met would always say, well, I've been through worse. Oh, well, I went through that too. Oh, well, no. There's this concept, I'm trying to remember the exact name of it, that my father, my real father, the one I picked, the one I sought out, he told me once about, I think it's moral relativism. I think that's the term. I'm not particularly well read. I try to read as much as I can, but I only have so much time, at least as of now. I think that if we change our perceptions about everything that we have to put up with, you'll start to realize that this crunching going on, this time sink, this like everything having to be immediate, or goals you have to have work out immediately, much like this video itself, you'll start to realize that that's all part of some bullshit machine that just wants to use you for fuel. And yes, this app, basically what you can do, and I was using it when it was early, before it got a couple new fancy features recently, make it more like any other app you'd get on the stores. It's free. You can donate to it if you've got deep enough pockets and you want to support a good cause. I'm not affiliated with it. I don't work on it. This is just something I found online, and I think it's great. I think it's great that people are keeping a record and boycotting a certain country which is illegitimate and has been committing horrible atrocities and really just should not be allowed to be doing what it does. You can honestly say that about a lot of places, including the one that I live in. Maybe you live in a different place than I do, and that's great. I'd love to hear about it. Cheers. I'm gonna go inside and put that in the actual bin. I've been talking for a little while now. Just kind of. What I've been doing is I'd get a sheet of paper if I have something I want to write out real quick, and then I'd read it on a video like this, and then I was gonna superimpose a drawing of me, and I wanted it to be fully colored and very expressive. I wanted to have different facial expressions, and that didn't end up happening. What ended up happening was I just have to throw something together real quick. No, I'm just fucking with you, bro. Oh man, somebody stole the Gorilla Glue. Just took the damn bottle right out the box. Been dealing with thieves tonight. So, do you mind if I take a drink real quick? They got my favorite drink here. So, let's see. So I have no clue what we're really going to do. I doubt I'm going to have that much money to give him. I don't think my tax returns are going to be coming in quite that soon. Had I filed earlier, probably still wouldn't have met the time. But, if you're kind enough or have the means to donate, we would appreciate it. And obviously, uphold my end of the bargain. I'll draw you just a quick picture of whatever you want. Can't be too crazy, but just anything. I'll throw it up somewhere, send you a link. What's crazy though is that I actually thought I had less time before today.
So I have a bit of hope, but yeah, he needs to be out by Sunday. That's the deadline he was given. I do know it will work out. I know he'll end up somewhere decent enough. He doesn't have a vehicle for work. No clue what the work situation's going to be like for him. I am going to help put out a new resume for him. He gave me a copy of his resume. If you watch the video carefully, early on, there's a part where I'm picking up a sheet of paper and a cat's kind of looking down at it. That was his resume. He had a copy. He's got a couple copies. I'm probably going to put that out there for him too, his old one, but I'm going to help him work on a new one. And if I do another episode, or if I do more episodes of this particular show that I wanted to do, this talk show, I will try to do updates on past visitors and guests. If I can manage to pull that off. Whew. Got some titties. Look at my shirt, it's all dirty. I have no idea if anyone will even make it this far. I hope someone will. I think that Chris and other people like him and many folks around here who, even within the community I live in, don't really get to talk that much out and be heard. And I think it's good. I think that what I want to do is for the greater good. Ultimately, is it not? No clue. But yeah, it was a rough night here at work, but not rough in like I got to do a bunch of work kind of. It was more like just processing this stuff going on, and then stuff going on here at work, which is just, oh man. We are going to be down 2 people. We've already lost one. Another one supposedly put in his 2 weeks. He hasn't been here for more than a few weeks. It's so my manager for the night here, who I actually had to help, I've been teaching him stuff because we haven't had time as a group to get together and help him. He's new to this. There's a lot, and I'm just a cashier. I don't want to be a manager. I've seen what happens to managers who work here. I'm good. I'm good, man. Wish my pay was better, but you sign a contract with the devil. You get the devil's deeds and all that. Now, did he stick that in his pocket or did he carry it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I can't tell.
I saw him fuck with that hat rack.
If we could turn the camera using the mouse, that would be, yeah, that would be. But I'm interested to see where life is going to take me. I have that same fear in me that it's going to be a bad path. It's always seemed like I'm just tumbling down some kind of inevitable oblivion. But I think I've truly started to kind of grasp sort of what I am and what other people are a little more in a grounded sense. And, you catch glimpses. It's like, I keep fucking up the guy's name, Cumis, but his quote, it's been pretty popular lately, at least in some of the spaces I've been in, where, you have to imagine Sisyphus happy. And that alone is also a task not dissimilar to pushing a boulder up a hill. So, just keep pushing the boulder. I mean, for us, we're just mortals. Something changes. I see change all the time. Even when I don't see it, it's still happening. It's not always awful. Think about the universe. But honestly, the main thing that got me away from believing in God, which is going to upset quite a number of people, is the genocide that is still going on actively. Just seeing what I've seen and learning what I've learned about what's going on over in Palestine with that country whose name I already said it, but I'm going to cut that out because that might, even just saying Palestine, that might get you flagged or some shit because, you know, there's just such a disconnect between, you know, and I mean the disconnection's always been there as far as I can tell, but it's just how separated the average working person is from the government we live under and who they actually cater to, and how we could be one of the best nations in the world that we claim to be, but we're not. We just aren't. It's shit here. We're a third world country in a third world, just with some fucking mascara thrown on. It's garbage living here, and most of us think about killing ourselves or killing other people every day, and it's a sickness, and it's not entirely our fault. There's a lot of damage economically. And I mean, when you start learning about how economics work and how fucked you really are, you start to realize, oh, it's not the entire cause, but there's a lot of overlap between developing mental illness, negative trends in society or in individual lives, and how you are economically speaking, and how many safety barriers you actually have. Because if you live in America, you know, I was taught growing up in school, communism and socialism don't work because they have no incentive. Well, from what I can tell about the Soviet Union, from what I know of it, they did have a shared ideology and a goal, but I'm not entirely read up on what all of it is. There's some interesting stories I've heard from that side of the world when it was, and even as it was collapsing, and there's tons you can read. You can just talk to people from around the world now, so that's cool, right? Get to learn more. You don't need news as much anymore. You can just ask people, hey, you got a friend who lives over in the Middle East? Hey, how's the Middle East doing? Bad. I'm sorry, shit. Can I do anything? Not really, because it's like, you know, I mean, you can do things. Don't believe in the propaganda that you have no effect on the world. Oh, boycotts don't work. Oh, you can't change legislation. All it takes is one person to change the world. You change the world every time you wake up because you woke up today. And I think that for some of you who have goodness in you more than badness or evil, you know, and even that's a huge discussion, like good and evil, like where are the lines drawn? And to be honest with you, so many people have been drawing lines, you can't see the fucking paper. Okay, now play it. Walking in here like he about to walk on stage and drop the hottest mixtape of the season. And I know this dude. Like, I don't know his name, but I know him. Like, he's usually in here, you know, with his old lady, and she is a regular of mine.
That's insane.
She is a regular.
That dude was not slick at all, bro.
No, did you catch him on the self-checkout?
Barely. He just walked past. I didn't even get face. I got these right here that I sent to her.
There you go.
Yeah, see, you got something right here.
Yeah. Oh, those are the glasses I saw.
Oh.
He got busted. Ah, shit. Well, my battery is about to die. There's so much I don't know if enjoy is the right word. There's so much I want to talk about. And when you realize more about how existence functions, you really do have a change. And I do believe you can overcome depression. You can take things that people threaten you with. There's a quote from Hotline Miami, the first one, from the super secret ending. Spoilers for Hotline Miami. But there's a quote from that. I'll read it up on the... And to me,
it isn't just government. It's companies. It's, you know, it's companies. It's families. Some of them, not all of them, but it's just, yeah. The idea that there are consequences if you don't do things. Religion, that's a big one on that. And the truth is, you don't have to be a part of any of this bullshit. You can completely just self-mold yourself. It's a very painful process. But I like to think that I'm getting better. Maybe someone's... You ready to go? Alright, well, I gotta run. We'll talk again sometime. Actually really do want this game, huh? Okay, so I'm recording right now. I'm gonna show something to him, okay? So do y'all want to see what my tripod was? He's wanting to keep it. I'll show it real quick.
I ain't got the money to buy it, but you know.
So I taped. So I taped I have this like bootleg game thing I bought at a store in town, and I just like I taped the phone to it. I wish I had a different kind of camera, and I'm gonna do something that you might find cool with the footage. I have a little aesthetical gimmick I want to go for. But yeah, do you want to play this? Alright, man, it's all yours. You ain't gotta pay me for it or nothing. Come here.
Shit, you ain't giving it to me?
Yeah, I'm giving it to you. Keep it.
What?
Dude, I can go grab another one of those. Like, they're... Like, I know the people who work at that store. Like, it's... I don't, you know them. I speak to them. They're very kind. They've helped me a few times. But yeah, just take it. Fuck it.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Keep it.
This is my birthday present. Fuck yeah.
Hell yes. Honestly, just have it. Go for it.
No way.
Yeah, I'm serious. Keep
No
it.
way.
I've never played it.
Dude, I'm gonna stay up all night fucking playing this shit.
Do you need me to take it away from you for tonight and then give it back to you tomorrow?
No.
Alright, well stay. I mean, obviously you need to get to work.
I'll go to work.
Bro, if you're gonna be up all night, keep a timer so you can like, oh hey, I gotta go to work now. I've been playing Dark Souls, the Dark Souls bootleg, Zelda 2 bootleg all night, you know? I don't know what all's on it. I know one of the Contra games is on there. When I walk into the store, they had a TV set, and they had one of these plugged in, and the guy was like letting it play. And I hopped on and played a little bit of Contra, like, might have been 3. And what I did was, I was like, I gotta get this, because it's like, I love bootleg game consoles. They're so fucking cool. I don't even give a shit. I don't even care. I don't care about Nintendo, right? But that thing, I was like, fuck it. That's cool as shit,
Bro,
man.
I love them.
Yeah, but yeah, I hope you hook it up before I go.
Shit, no, that's good. I gotta figure it out on mine.
What's your TV like, actually? Hold on. He's got a spinal problem?
Yeah. From his neck to the middle of his back, his spine is poked up, but you feel it in his back, it's flat. So it's only when I tell where his asshole is, where his tail's supposed to be.
Oh, Lord.
And eventually it'll kill him. Eventually, he'll get sick and die. But I'm trying to rescue him, trying to make him better.
Make his life a little easier.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Hey, man, let's get that soot out of your eyes there, bud. Here. Alright, stay still. Stay still. See? Get it out of your eye. I know. There you go. Okay. There you go. This cat right here is good butch. Ooh, woo! This one doesn't want me to go. Alrighty. No, it's not that bad. Trust me, this is nothing compared to some of the places I've had to stay for a little bit. I promise you, man. I've seen
I
some.
ain't had time to clean.
I've seen people living in like shit, but this I don't feel like, oh, this is great. No, I don't. This feels to me like, hey, yeah, he's making the best out of a little thing going on. The pets, they need stuff too. Your fridge is fine. Oh, that's a cool little light. Ooh. I don't think my camera can see them, but God, these stars are so like. I'm so glad I got glasses so I can see these.
Bro, the stars are intense, man.
I know. Look at them. Like I wish.
There's the Big Dipper.
Where-
There's the Little Dipper.
Where's the medium dipper at? No man, like I was already looking at them earlier and I was like, this is like so beautiful. Like just but yeah, no, it's yeah, it's cold, so you better get back in. You enjoy that gumbo and you enjoy
Thank
the
you,
game.
sir.
Oh,
I enjoyed
hold on,
everything,
get close
man.
to the light though. Stand right there, real quick. I just want to get a picture of one last thing. Look at this guy's hoodie. Look at this. Oh, the light one. Look at this. Motherfucker, you like, oh, I'm a good person. You wearing the most evil thing you can wear. You know you can't trust them.
Fuck them. I took them bitches down, bro.
Bruh, we've taken down umbrellas so many times, it ain't even funny. Oh, hey man, I gotta go.
Thanks for everything.
Oh, bro, anytime.